welcome back, everyone, to Call of the Netherdeep Session 20-something. I don't know how far along we
23.
are. 23,
Actually?
that sounds
Wow.
correct.
Sorry.
We have been doing this for a while now. What has it been? April? Something
Really,
like that.
has it?
Yeah, beginning of April was our first session.
One session a week minus that one time.
Minus that one time that I was sick. That was no good.
No, the time that we had 2 sessions in a row.
Mm-hmm.
It balances out. It's all perfectly balanced, as all things should be. All right. Well, yes. Will we return for possibly the last time? We'll see, to Bazozan, everyone's favorite city.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, for a second I thought you were flipping off the camera, and then I looked a little closer.
I was.
And then I looked at the one next to you, and yeah, I'm like, there it is.
You're like waiting. Oh, found it.
Yes, back in Bazozan, last time you all finally made it out of the Betrayer's Rise, which you will never go to again unless you decide to go try and close that portal or something silly like that. Andy shakes her head. But yes, you have captured Aloysia, turned her in to Task-Hand Thalis. Reported to him your findings. Arno now has a slightly fancier necklace than he did earlier in the day. Does new things and has added bling. Made your way out. Varen did offer each of you a slightly stronger drink than what the ready room has. Just 1 cup. But yeah, made your way out of there, decided to drink all of your memories away as much as you could, and that's pretty much all that's happened, is lots of drinking has happened. Some revelations that not everybody is privy to, but also some Tetris happened at the same time as that. But yeah, lots of drinking, mostly. Drinking and secrets. That's the MO of this between session.
Oh, that's a good chapter title. Drinking and secrets.
Honestly, I feel like that is what happens every time we drink.
Every time you RP between sessions.
No, drink and RP.
Drinking and secrets.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we return to the ready room, also known by some as the sweaty room.
Is this taking place immediately as downtime RP ends?
Sure.
I'd like to think so.
Okay.
Why?
In case there was anything anybody wanted to do to wrap that up, I know Ix.
She just gets out of her bath. She passes the fuck out, dude. She nearly drowned herself. So
she gave Aridin 10 times the usual amount or the previous amount.
She didn't do that on purpose. She was drunk. That's why I was like, when she gave him a gold and I flipped a coin into his head, so I was like, yeah, he gets a gold because she wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, he took the gold like.
He's like, I've never seen this before in my life. It's like, yes, ma'am.
He didn't even ask if it was a mistake.
Nope. She was smart.
He's a smart boy.
Sure is.
But he put in 10 times the effort.
He sure did. That bath was great. Again, nearly drowned in it. She made it out fine.
All right. Well, champions of merit, as known by some, what will you do from here?
A long rest.
It is
It's
the middle
midday.
of the afternoon.
No.
Day drinking.
It's like 4 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock.
Now I want a long rest.
If we're picking up right from where we left off in roleplay, Thorn is passed out on the table. So...
Ben's up there watching him.
Yeah.
Am I carrying everybody back to the room?
Well, you're just kidding Thorn at this point, because Lucas isn't there.
Yeah, Lucas took off. We don't know where. Arno took off. We don't know where.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
in her bath, and now she's eventually into the room.
Should we pick up with Lucas and Arno?
Oh yes, let's do it.
No, you should not.
Please,
no.
let's pick up where we left off. Yeah.
No. Or is that for later?
DM said it. He said.
Man, it's really dark in here. We should just
found a fucking closet in a stable.
Wow.
Ix has
So
night
Ben will
vision.
carry Thorn back to the
I'm so sorry. Cut the chatter, guys. Oh my god.
It's serious. It's a serious place. We're in Bazzoxan, don't forget.
Oh, fuck Bazzoxan.
But yeah.
So yes, Ben is with Thorn upstairs.
Oh, jeez. We have a lot of stuff we need to do. Ix is probably too drunk to identify anything, isn't she?
She's passed out on a bed, dude. I mean, you could wake her up, see how well that goes.
Oh, you did survive the bath and got back into the room. Okay, that's good to know.
I did survive the bath. I got back in the room. Thankfully. It took a while.
8 hit points. Ben is gonna wander out and try to get some of our stuff done now because y'all is
probably
drunk.
good that the bath was not as hot as you wanted, because I have heard stories about people getting into hot tubs after drinking too much, and they're all bad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's bad.
I don't remember what we needed to do.
It was a lot of things.
Relax day.
Just drag Thorn back and meditate the rest of the night, dude.
Dude. Okay. Ben has animals. He's good.
It's okay. We all need a mental health break. It's fine.
He has company.
Yeah, just drunk, sleepy company. Please make sure Thorn's on his side when he falls asleep. Can you do that?
Good idea.
Ix is on her side when she falls asleep.
Dude, she's face down. She's over like 3 beds right now because she just fell into them.
You guys, those of you who are losing consciousness, could go ahead and take a long rest. You'll just wake up in the middle of the night.
Sweet. Done. Come on.
Heather is very excited about this.
You could sleep in longer. You just don't get anything special from it.
Who said she's gonna sleep?
Maybe a worse headache. All right.
Maybe I'll cure that. Maybe I won't.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Depends on how much she complains about it when she wakes back up.
I mean, more that, people were like, I don't want to remember the night before. If I cure your headache first thing in the morning, what's to say it won't jog your memories? Better to just, focus on the headache.
Is this his way of being like, oh, is that the consequences of your actions? It'd be a shame if, I could help you, but what would you learn? I could just hear it. Good.
See, I don't need to say any of it out loud.
My CPR instructor was just telling us that they'll have to help people that OD'd, and they'll give them the drugs to counteract that. And he said people will get violent because you took away their high.
Damn.
Even though you're saving their life. It's give it back, man.
Oh,
yeah.
that's so sad. That's sad.
So that's it. So 2 of you are passed out. 1 of you is helping others to the room and meditating or doing whatever Ben needs to do. So that does bring us back to Lucas and Arno. So we can black screen and jump to the end of whatever you guys were up to.
No.
They start walking back to the ready room.
Hey.
You guys left the ready room?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ix is none the wiser. Ix has no idea.
I love that face.
Wake up and everything is gonna be fine. Nothing happened.
Heather is so put out.
She fell asleep. She woke up. Everyone's there. Such a good.
I have been gypped. I feel like I didn't deserve this level of hurt. Anyway, well, I did my long rest. Are you guys just coming back to the ready room then?
People ask if you're okay, and you just have to say yes, even though you're not.
It hurts.
However that rant goes, I don't know.
No, that was pretty spot on. Yeah.
About sums it up.
I know I didn't cry enough.
Horrible.
But yes, no, ball is in your guys' court.
Cool. So what
So just
time?
going back to the room to at various times to sleep finally.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, you all complete a long rest in some form or another. You gain back all of your expended spells. Some of you had more than you thought you did, but that's okay. Wake up
Luke is so bad.
pretty early. Like well, doesn't have long rest doesn't have to be only 8 hours. It can be longer than that. But yeah, some of you start rousing like when the sun is just not even well. There's you're surrounded by mountains, so you can't even see the sun yet. But it starts to feel like early morning anyway.
What do I
Yeah.
roll for hangover?
Constitution save without the +5 because the paladin is incapacitated while asleep.
Is the paladin asleep?
Oh
the
my
paladin is asleep.
god.
The paladin is passed the fuck out.
Paladin is incapacitated, so there is no aura at the moment.
Quality natural one though.
Yep. She is having a bad morning.
She
Oh,
pizza and
no.
she should have French fried. She's
Oh,
gonna have
she
a
gets
bad
up.
time.
She gets up and she manages to make it out of the ready room just in time to puke. Just all over the place.
It's
God.
early enough, nobody saw it.
Thank God. She's just gonna stand there a
Well-
second and just breathe.
This makes sense because all she ate were some crackers. Like she didn't even
Bread
take some real
crackers.
food.
Nope. It was bad. It was really bad. Oh. Ben ate the rest of it though, if you're worried about it going to waste. You know Ben ate it. You know he sat there like, they're not gonna eat it. Like I'm just gonna eat
Probably.
it.
He wasn't doing much else at the time, so.
Alright, can Ix go back to bed and not have a hangover?
You can go back to bed.
Oh. Oh my God.
What was your roll? Was that?
It was a
that-
natural one.
That was actually a good one. Okay.
It really was. It was that bad. All right. Well, she's gonna clean herself up the best she can, I guess. And she's gonna she'll go to the wall. Not with all her stuff though. She'll just make a little morning trip since no one's awake.
Probably Thorn would be the next to rouse. Go ahead, give me a Constitution save as well.
You said Thorn?
Yep.
Okay.
Watch him get a natural 20.
Not that good, no. 13.
13. Yeah, well, you don't puke, but it doesn't feel very nice.
Yeah, that's to be expected.
Ben, you feel great.
Oh yeah, super good.
That was a good rest. Maybe a little earlier than you expected to go to bed. I imagine you stayed up a little later than the others since you weren't passed out drunk, but
Yeah.
I don't know how long you would have necessarily stayed up while everybody else was unconscious.
Ben probably also would have been pretty tired too, physically and emotionally, so.
Valid.
Yeah.
Good news for Arno. You probably wake up around the same time as Lucas, maybe a little after, so you do get a +5, as does Lucas.
Bullshit.
So that's a nat 20.
Andy?
So I rolled a 13, but because of Lucas, that means I got a 19. Because I have a +1 constitution.
Actually, it wasn't too bad, considering how much you drank.
All thanks
Good.
to Lucas.
You've had way worse hangovers than this. It's nothing
Oh, yeah.
compared to all the parties you've had before. But yes, the day is collectively yours. What do you do from here, party?
Ix would have made her way back from the wall after being there for, I'd say, about 20 minutes, and heading back.
Hi, guys. Good morning.
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 Ugh.
Don't be so loud. You don't need to scream. We're right
I'm
here.
not loud. Chipper. Not loud.
Just don't, just a little bit less. Please, just a little bit less. Oh,
I can
God.
sing. I have a new song.
Oh,
Why would
Ix
you
is gonna
do that?
grumble. Yeah. Ix is gonna grumble and be like, okay, well, before you do that, I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna leave.
I'm not actually gonna sing. I'm not that mean. I promise.
God. How are you not dying?
I'm a dwarf.
Oh, is that all?
My family are functioning alcoholics. I don't know what answer you really want here.
The second one makes more sense, honestly.
I mean, but it's also tied to I'm a dwarf, but you know.
Coach, hey, again,
Is that
don't
a
have to yell.
stereotype?
Don't have to yell.
Not with my family. If I'm a dwarf saying that a lot of dwarves are alcoholic, then is it what? Or is
And
it
it's
just
like, we can say that.
a generalization that happens to be true in a lot of cases?
What are we doing for today? Because if it's sleep, I can do that.
I'm pretty sure we're getting the fuck out of Bazlazan.
Yeah, can we please?
Did you want to spend some time, Mix, and see if you can figure out what we got? And Ben points at the corner of the room with all the stuff piled up.
No. And she's gonna get into the bed and just like curl in on herself with all of the blanket.
Do we have anything for hangovers? This feels like it'd be a more productive day if we did.
Well, Dermot might have those gross eggs.
Gross eggs.
You know what cures a hangover? A really good cure for a hangover.
What is that?
Hair of the dog.
Well, what?
He said hair of the dog.
I mean, I was thinking something a bit more appealing, but, you know.
What the fuck? That's a reference I don't get at all.
I hear the dog is when you keep drinking in the morning. If you keep drinking, it gets rid of your hangover, supposedly.
What does that have to do with dog hair?
It's just a bad decision. So it's like you're eating there with I think. I don't know.
I don't know where the phrase originates, and I don't care. I just want my head to stop feeling like this.
Would you like me to try using my key to heal you? Would that make it better, Thorn?
I will try anything.
Alright, we'll try it. I'll spend a key point. I will motion the energy of the universe around Thorn's head. And now my, what's it called? Hand of healing. I can also remove the poisoned status. So we'll try to remove the poisoned status from Thor.
Curses foiled.
Let's see. Not that you don't already have full hit points, but you get. This is the first time I've ever rolled a 6 on one of these healing dice. When you need it the least.
Wonderful. Also, I know that he is doing this in probably a cool way, but I always just imagine his healing hand just being like him punching the life into somebody.
That's kind of my preference too. But, yeah.
The power of the universe compels you. Just
I have no idea if that will make a difference at all, but there you go. That's what you get.
Does it help, Stars?
It does. Your hangover is gone.
Oh, Oh, that actually worked. I don't know what that hand wavy thing you did was, but cool. Thank you.
Ooh,
Yeah.
X will pick out from the blankets. Did it hurt?
Yes,
When
it
I
hurt
punched Thorn in
tons.
the head,
Yeah.
yes.
She didn't see. She didn't see it. She was too curled in, so she just wanted to know before she just like.
Would you
She's just
like
like.
it to X?
She will try and crawl out of the bed and just be like,
All right.
yes.
Let's perform a hand of healing on X as well.
I'm gonna laugh. It's 1 hit point. You get
Too
nothing.
bad.
Oh, 5's not bad. My
For your
hangover
full
was
hit
worse.
point.
Do I get no hangover now?
You also feel much better than you did before. Your hangover
Ooh.
is gone.
Good. Now both of you get to work.
She's got.
I mean,
She's gonna take it. She's gonna exhale and just be like,
the
"Oh,
taste from
that's
your
better."
mouth is still there, but the hangover is gone.
Now she would have rinsed out her mouth after puking. No, not really well though. Okay, anyway. But yeah, she'll visibly feel like just kind of deflate a little bit. Oh yeah, that's better. That's much better. All right, Ben. Thank you. What do you need me to look at?
I just when I was down at the bottom of the pit, I wasn't. I was able to do some stuff. We found that awesome flying carpet and a bunch of other stuff too. And then we got those stone tablets. I don't know if those mean anything. Maybe we could look at those. And I just kind of put everything that I had in a pile. And I think that what was the other thing that we got? I already forgot what it was. But there was something else that was in the pile too.
I'm
Rapier.
looking for
There's
the
a
list.
fancy rapier.
Oh, goes in discussion.
Where the heck did that list go?
Wait.
I tried checking the pins, and I remembered that if a couple of you probably still have those birthday stars for like another day or so.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, I got rid of mine. I thought it didn't work anymore.
No, I used it.
I'm gonna add mine back if I can still use it for another day.
Yeah. Well, it was a single use item. I don't remember if you
I
used
could have.
yours or not.
Was that weapon attacks only?
I think it was just taking damage.
I could have lived through that fall.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh well.
I'm sorry, Vin. I know I'm being loud. Wow.
Emotions.
I took it out of my inventory like at the beginning of the last session of all times because I was like, I don't
Actually, no, they
know.
expired. They expired like the day after we got to Bazozan because it was only for a week.
Let's see. They lasted for 7 days.
So, yeah, and we traveled with them for like what? 4?
6 days?
He had
I
said
think
when we first got them that we would have them a day or two into Bazozan, and we
Oh,
only
okay.
really stayed like 1 day before going into the
Yeah.
rise. So,
Right.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
This is the beginning of your 3rd day in Bezozan.
but what's
Okay.
good is Ben did live, because if Tony had made another character just to realize that it would have sucked.
That would have
Yeah.
sucked.
The star faded as you were falling.
Oh, well, that's just dramatic. Great.
So he doesn't get to use it?
I mean, whatever. I'm not gonna go and try to retcon any of that. Plus, I can't
No, I mean,
even
but
find it to add it to my inventory again anyway for some reason.
add it to me inventory.
Add it to my inventory.
Which is weird, because that should be in my homebrew collection.
And sadly, it wouldn't have helped Lucas against the invisible gorillas because he didn't take one.
He did not.
He did not.
Nope. Besides, if that was the case, he already had like 3 other crits that he would have used it for.
Fair.
That's true.
Okay.
Like the
So
lonely.
at some point.
Yeah.
So after Ben is listed off.
I found
Okay.
the list if we still need
Oh.
it.
Yeah, go for it.
There was a carpet of flying, and there's a few different sizes. I have stats for that. 10 cobalt darts.
Oh, I was supposed to think of that word.
Which there should be a magic item homebrew that you can add. A magic rapier, a magic wand, a magic cloak, and a cracked drift globe, and then the name daggers that you've already returned to Varen.
Perfect. So Ix will kind of sit on the edge of the bed. All right, bring me one and I'll start.
I don't have the cobalt darts showing up at all, which is weird.
Huh. Do you have homebrew enabled?
I do. Is that something that you added to the homebrew creations in my account, Stars?
No, it should be under mine, but we've added other things that I didn't have to do anything special for people to be able to see them.
Weird.
Well, we can sort that out after
Yeah.
session if we do, or during the break maybe.
Okay.
I can just like copy and paste the item or something into your account. No, I can't add. Wait. Yes, I can use your account to add stuff to. Wait, no, you can't do it with your account. Never mind. Let's just continue.
We'll figure it out.
My brain, my train. I'm having a roller coaster of thought, not a train of thought.
Huh.
An avalanche of thoughts.
You all got a sample of what it's like to be in my head.
I love it.
I'm sorry,
So-
Stars.
So, do we just assume that
You
one
must
of
be
us fetches?
prepared to be a DM. Do we just assume that what?
Oh, sorry, I didn't know. Do we just assume that one of us goes and fetches breakfast while Ix spends like an hour identifying a ton of shit?
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
She would appreciate it. 100%. She would love
Eat
that.
her bacon while she's casting her spell.
She would have loved that in this moment.
Bacon.
I know. Do you guys have bacon?
I hate Bazo-san.
This is the last straw.
This is it. Identifying on
just,
the road.
just the thought of having rice soup for breakfast is enough to
Oh,
make me
God.
want to leave right now.
I swear it's not soup, you guys.
Ix will let you use her handy spices to help.
Well, let's just go down that list then. Do the cobalt darts need identifying, or are they just colorful darts?
You don't. Let's see. I think Galceria had probably indicated them as being magical.
Are we assuming that Ix is identifying each of them? While
Yep.
we feed
You hand
her
her something,
breakfast?
while you hand her something, she will focus on it.
The 10 darts do appear to be identical.
Okay.
Okay.
Identify the darts Ix.
You don't have to spend 110 minutes identifying all 10 darts individually.
As
That's
fun as
perfect.
that would be.
I will identify the nicest one.
All right.
We'll call it
I should-
George.
Jorge.
That's the nicest one.
Florian. That is its name. No, let me pull up the cobalt dart, which definitely exists here in my list. So yes, it is an uncommon magic item. When you hit a creature with this magic dart, it deals an additional 1d6 force damage.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
Can we get these things eventually just pasted somewhere?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Just so I don't have to frantically type to make a log.
Also, let me try this. I'm going to copy and paste the page for it. Are you guys able to view this link that I just posted?
Go click.
I see
am.
the link. I'm
I
able
can
to
just
see
add
it.
that to my collection now. Now I should be able to. Anybody should be able to add that to theirs.
Yep.
I can do that for any other ones if you post the link.
Okay. Well, that's the only. I think that's the only one I homebrewed for this.
Okay.
Ix will, of course, relay that information about its magic capabilities and then set them aside and ask for the next thing.
I should pull up my other list that actually tells me what these items are.
Ben hands her another dart.
I already identified this, Ben.
All right, fine. You can have the rapier.
I feel I'm tired. She's gonna
Arno
take the
hands her a
rapier.
glass of water. Like, just pause and drink, please.
She'll drink half that cup and kind of look at him appreciatively, like, thank you. Then she'll take the rapier and take 10 minutes to do that. Her life is so hard, guys. So hard.
Okay. The rapier, another uncommon magic item. This is a rapier of warning.
Ooh.
I will post that. So, for anybody who is not aware, requires attunement. While it is on your person, you have advantage on initiative. You and any companions within 30 feet of you can't be surprised unless you're incapacitated by something other than non-magical sleep. The weapon magically awakens you and your companions within range if any of you are sleeping naturally when combat begins.
We don't need the alarm spell anymore. It'd still be helpful when we leave our shit. But
I mean, the alarm spell would stop us from, getting stabbed and being woken by stabbing.
So
that's fair.
The weapon of warning is the magic rapier.
A rapier.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
AKA Arno's new rapier.
Yeah.
Ix will set that aside and take another bite of food and go, okay. And she'll relay the information of the weapon and go, what's the next thing?
Let's do the magic wand.
Ix will then.
I can't find my list of what these actually are, but I think I remember what the wand is supposed to be. Let me pull it up here.
Wand of smiles.
Can you show it to me first?
Sure.
Secrets?
Yeah.
Wand secrets?
I mean, you are technically the only one who knows until you tell other people.
And that's exactly it. She is interested in it.
She's like, oh, this is just a stick. Whatever.
Like, she couldn't just be like, oh, hey, guys, I'm gonna take this one.
Oh, no, I'll tell them what that is.
It's the wand of not good enough for Ix.
It's a listen. No, it's a failed experiment wand. It is a rare item. It requires attunement. While using it, you can use an action to expend one or more of its charges to cast either a green flamed fireball or a blue lightning bolt at random from it. The save is a DC 15. For one charge, you cast the third level version of the spell. You can increase the spell slot level by 1 for each additional charge you expend. This wand has 2 charges per day. If you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the wand crumbles into ashes and is destroyed.
That sounds kind of awesome.
Yeah.
It is awesome.
I'll still take a post.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry. No, you're good.
Glazed for all of that paragraph. I'm so sorry.
No, I did too. I just heard fireball and lightning bolt and was like, yes, that sounds good.
Black out the rest. Whatever else was said.
You randomly cast fireball or lightning bolt.
Yeah.
But you don't know at who or where or what.
I mean, you can pick a target.
You can.
You just don't
know
yeah,
if you're
you just
getting
don't
a
know.
line or an AoE.
So she'll tell him about the wand, and she'll kind of like set that one down a little bit more gently, like, ooh. Like, she'll take another bite of food, drink the rest of her glass of water. Okay, what's next?
All right, X. Do the cloak, the pretty cloak.
Ooh, what does this cloak look like? She won't hide this one.
Let's see. The
Immophily.
cloak. Pull this up. This, like, you have one already that's like bright red and bright blue. This one is a little more subdued blue. This one would not be out of place on a member of the Cobalt Soul. It's got kind of one of their various shades of blue that they use. with some nice like copper-colored trim and a little bit of a mantle. This is a cloak of protection.
Oh.
Immediately throw that on Ben.
Mm-hmm.
You gain
Only
+1 bonus to
Knock
AC
above
and saving throws while you wear this cloak. So yes, Ix will relay that information.
Throws it at Ben.
Nice.
She'll kind of hand that one back to him, like, here you go, and then she'll eat the rest of her food and go, okay, what else?
I believe the
Tablets?
Does the cracked drift globe need to be identified?
No, it's a broken drift globe.
Well, I mean, I know what it is.
It was still magical according to Gelsariad.
All right.
Identify it, Ix.
Jesus! Yeah, she'll identify it. God. She's like, it's broken. He's like, identify it. Okay, damn.
Okay.
So she'll take 10 minutes to do that.
So this drift globe, originally you could cast with command words. You could cause it to cast light or daylight, and another command word would cause it to float into the air and follow you. This one, however, has been damaged, so it does not have the full effect. You can speak a command word and it will cast light.
Mm-hmm. Still be useful.
However many times you need it to. There's no charges or times per day.
We might be able to get someone to fix it too. No. No, it only does the light spell, right? It doesn't do all the other stuff. It's just the light spell.
Yeah, it doesn't. It does not cast daylight, and you cannot have it float and follow you.
Okay.
It is just a little 1 pound glass orb.
Jix will kind of hand it back to Ben. Someone could probably repair it in a different city if you really wanted.
We could try.
Is that the last thing?
We have tablets, right?
Yeah, just stone tablets.
How many? 3 or 2?
Well, let's start with one.
There's 3.
God, it's already been an hour.
At a glance, they look similar. You can try to discern if they're all the same item or if they might do different things before.
Okay, yeah, Ix will do that. She'll do a cursory look first to see, kind of like with the darts, if she can save herself time.
Make an Arcana or Investigation check.
I know will help her.
That's great. She's gonna need that help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. She rolled a 10 with advantage. Jesus Christ, so +4. I hate these dice. Van, I need you to move so I can use my regular dice, please.
I mean, they all look like they're probably the same.
Ix won't take a chance. She'll identify the first one since it's writing we can't read, right? Or she can't read at least.
It is mostly like arcane runes and sigils. It's not.
Oh, okay. All right. Before Ix does anything, do any of you want to take a rubbing of it before I do anything? Because if it is magical and I do something magic to it, I'm not responsible for what happens to it.
Planning ahead.
Yeah, sure. I'll take a rubbing.
Okay. So you do that with this one and the rest of them while I'm identifying the one for now.
Mm-hmm.
Her hangover's gone, but man, does she feel sore all over. All right, she will take the time to identify the next, or the first one, after Arno takes a rubbing.
The first one you identify appears to be a teleportation tablet.
I'm glad I'm not the only one sitting over here, Tony. Being like...
I was this close to like, is that what Arno said last night?
I'm sorry.
The DM wishes to know.
Arno's taking a rubbing. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If the DM gets to know, I want to know.
I don't even know if my comment is relevant, but I'm just playing along. So.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything because I like to think I'm not a child, but
Don't worry,
I
Heather.
was curious if I missed something else.
Don't worry, Heather. This is being recorded. You can go
No,
back and listen to it as many
that
times.
was not a
Thank
dig at
you.
you, Heather.
Oh,
That was not at you.
No, I
It
know
was
it wasn't.
100% at me, and it's fine. I accept.
As long as you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Yes.
She knows.
What is X
They know
identify?
what they did.
They know what
This
they did.
this first one is a teleportation tablet.
Ooh.
It contains a sigil sequence for a permanent teleportation circle somewhere in the world.
But we don't know where it goes.
Let's see.
Wherever Aloysia would want it to go.
Don't really want to go anywhere that she would go, I feel like.
Oh, actually, it does say in the description. I would not make you do this since you're casting Identify. It does say you can try to study it with an Arcana check and learn the destination, but everybody's previous Arcana checks have been like 10 or lower. I think you had the highest Arcana check on it just now. It's like all of our other mages were getting like 8 and 6 when you found them.
Okay.
And it's a DC 21.
Oh.
To discern where it goes.
Okay. Well,
I was going to be cagey, but since it's written in the description and you are identifying it, this one does appear to lead you somewhere in the city of Oncarel in Marquette. Which is
isn't that where we need to go?
That is a name you have been heard getting thrown around a lot lately.
Isn't that where Aloysian said he was?
Aloysian?
Alexian.
Sorry. You're just mashing the two together.
I really did. I'm so sorry.
Understandable.
Alexian, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, dude. You didn't deserve that. My bad.
No, you don't apologize. Matt Mercer needs to apologize.
Fucking X's. Okay.
Especially after this last session of Critical Role. That's neither here nor there.
Ix will relay that information that it goes to Marquette, specifically that city. She will admit that she doesn't know exactly. Thank you. She doesn't know exactly where that is, but we could probably find a map or so. But yeah, we'll discuss that after I identify the next one.
Let's see. Also, for this, it doesn't just contain the sigil sequence. You can use an action to break the tablet in half, which causes it to turn to dust. And if you are on the same plane of existence as the destination circle, a circle appears for 6 seconds that you and other creatures. Let's see. Oh, wait. I should actually read this. Okay. Yes, a circle of glowing blue light appears on the ground in a space within 30 feet of you. Has the same characteristics as if you had cast teleportation circle, but it only goes to the circle that was inscribed on the tablet. So basically, you break a tablet, and you and anybody around you has 1 round to jump into the circle and go wherever it leads.
Mm-hmm. One-way ticket, fellas.
Yeah, sounds like we found a way out of here. Would I know anything about Oncarel from a Cobalt Soul perspective?
Make a history check. Just make a regular history check, but
no.
It won't be a super high DC since
it does not matter.
You rolled a natural 20 or something?
I rolled a natural 2T. It's a 2. I got a 6 total.
Oh. Well, I mean, that would make advantage matter, but no,
do I get advantage?
Well, no, I was just going to make it like a lower DC for more limited information.
Oh, okay.
Ben is aware, he's pretty sure that there is Cobalt Soul presence in Oncarel, but then he remembers that, oh wait, no, Question is from the Cobalt Soul there, so obviously I already knew that.
Oh, we should tell Question about these. All right. What else we got?
The soul does have a presence in Ankarel.
Identify the second tablet, so she couldn't discern if they all did the same thing or not.
Okay, the second tablet is a teleportation tablet. It leads to a circle somewhere in Ankarel on the continent of Marquette. And if you break it in half, it will cause a teleportation circle to appear that you can jump into, and it takes you to Ankarel. I was running out of breath by the end there. It's the exact same thing.
Okay. And there was just 2 of them, right? Or was there 3? I'm sorry. I've asked this question like 5 times. I'm sorry.
3. There are 3.
I'm writing it down this time since I didn't the first 2 times.
Me there. Got the link posted this time. Oh.
Look at this, guys. Aloysia had like 4 chances to get the hell out of here. She fucked it all up.
She had to do that earthquake. Had to be petty.
I mean, she was gonna earthquake and then teleport out.
Had to be showy. You know, classic
Except
villain.
she forgot that she could also have been caught under the earthquake. Like, I don't.
Well,
she was ready to off herself for us.
She was gonna start to run away, cast earthquake, and then teleport, but Ben grabbed her ankle.
Oh, that's right. Starfish
Oh,
in her
yeah.
hand.
Yep,
Cool.
got it.
And she's like,
Thank you,
okay,
Ben.
skip to step 2. Step 1 is off the table.
She straight up got stabbed the shit out of by Thor in that pit.
And then Ben did the Hulk move and just swung her down into the bottom of the crater, and Thorn sashimi'd her on the way down. And she's like, okay, step 3 is off the table now.
Literally got her ass
Step
handed
2
to her.
only.
All right. So then Ix will sit there on the bed. Is there anything else anyone would like identified?
Good job, X. Thank you.
No, I think that's it. Thank you.
You're welcome, Ben.
How are we
Now-
handing these out? Is the weapon of warning going to Arno?
Sure. I don't have a magical weapon, so
That's
anytime we
good.
fight things.
I mean, that hasn't been a problem for you so far, right?
Womp womp.
I mean, he's really the only one of us that uses a rapier, so like, yeah, makes sense.
All right.
It'd be really funny if one of you were like, actually, I'd like to take up the rapier.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just
You look-
take
I
it.
was thinking
You
about
just
that
look
today.
so hot doing it. You know, I just want to give it a shot.
Like, hey, Arno, I just want to see what you look like trying to swing this axe around.
I think I'm the only one
Oh,
who
I
literally
see.
can't use the failed experiment because it says a
It-
spellcaster, so that's any of you could have
Is
that
a
one.
paladin technically a spellcaster? Like, I know I cast spells, but like,
You cast
technically?
spells,
Okay.
so yes, you are a spellcaster.
Yep. Wait, a
That's
sword
pretty
is
much
a
just-
spellcaster?
Most fighters, most rogues, most monks, and I think that's about it.
I mean,
And most blood hunters, but Thorn has spells. So
I think if anybody were to take it, though, it'd be best with Ix, just because the rest of us have other abilities that, like, we may not want to, like, have to choose one or the other. Whereas Ix is a full spellcaster, so...
it's true.
Get yourself real familiar with Fireball and Lightning Bolt and don't accidentally use it when you don't want the other one to happen.
Oh. Ix will.
it's like, oh, there's like 10 enemies in a cluster over here. Oh, I hit 2 of them because I got a line instead of a circle.
Ix will deliberate on this. She will accept it and put it in her equipment, and she will attune to it when she has time. But yeah, you can tell that she's a little leery of the thing.
All right, what are we doing with the Cloak of Protection?
You should wear it.
Yeah, Ben.
Okay, are you guys sure? Because it's always a useful item.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the Drift Globe is just kind of whatever. It might be handy once in a while, so...
That's That's more like just who's gonna carry this.
Yeah, I could carry it. Yeah, that's everything, right? Except for the
Yeah,
teleportation tablets.
On the darts.
Ben
Oh,
can have
yeah.
the darts.
Yeah, Ben can have the darts.
It does. I mean, I'll take them and use them, but I've
I mean,
mostly
even
just been like using for range stuff. I have a short bow just because
yeah,
darts are
but it's
cool,
the
but
sentimental kind of thing, you
it
know.
is.
It's a
They just
cobalt
don't go
gold
far
thing.
enough. But you know, these could be handy for that extra bit of damage they do compared to normal arrows, so it's fair.
You know, if someone gets close enough to hit them with a dart, then you know,
Cobalt dart.
yeah.
Huzzah!
Yeah, I can pop.
Okay. Who might argue? Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then, are we going to Marquette using one of the tablets?
Well, let's definitely talk to Question first. I want her to know. Maybe she'd
And
want to go there
Prolix.
too.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah.
We did tell
Because they
Prolix
also
that we
came.
yeah, and he's the only one who guaranteed us money.
It might also
That's a
be a
good
good
point.
idea to tell Tascan, I can't remember the name, that we're
Baron.
not just leaving town, but we're leaving town like real quick.
Okay. I do also want to stop by the Arcanists just to see if there is anything they know about that portal.
And to warn them about what we know.
Yes. If Baron hasn't already, which I'm sure he has. But all right, divide and conquer.
Okay.
Cool. At this point, who's going to carry the tablets?
I have a lot of inventory space. Yes, I
Perfect.
can, just because I don't carry a lot of stuff. So.
And you have the
Arno
highest
is a
carry
weakling.
capacity in the party.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so Ix will go speak to the Arcanists.
I guess I'll go talk to Question.
Who's going to go talk to Baron, assuming he's somewhere accessible.
I can do that.
Cool beans.
Flash my
I'll
badge.
talk to Prolix. Yes, you do.
Who also flashes a bag.
See if you can charm him into like hanging out with us.
But we're leaving Bazzoxan.
Well, try to get him to do like a last minute, like, you know, lunch or something. I don't know. But not his eye candy. I want to see him.
Then you go with Lucas. Thorn can go find Prolix. That's probably a bad idea.
Yeah, I thought Thorn would go with you, honestly.
What
Oh,
did
yeah,
we,
would-
what did we even want with Prolix again? I genuinely don't.
To let him know
Um,
that we prevented Aloysia from being a dick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so-
we had been guaranteed like a certain amount of money if we try to give him more information about what the fuck she's doing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with X.
That tracks. All right, Stars. Who
So
first?
we have Thorn and Ix are going after Prolix.
Nope.
No, Arno's going after Prolix.
Arno's going after Prolix.
Ix and Thorn
Okay.
are going to the Arcanists. Or
They're
Arcanists.
going to /Arcanists.
Arcanists.
Lucas is going to the task hand. And what is Ben doing? Go looking for a question?
Yeah.
Or
Looking for
Alrighty.
Question.
Alrighty. Okay. Does anybody have a preference?
No.
Okay.
Super helpful.
Roll the die.
Alright.
Oh,
Roll
yeah.
the die. Okay.
Yeah.
D4.
So, Varen, Prolix, Question, Arcanist.
Okay.
Question it is.
All right.
Okay. So, Ben, let's see, what did we say? It's been a little over an hour identifying things, but you guys started pretty early in the day anyway. So, other people in the ready room have, been rousing finally. didn't drink as much or as early as most of you. Where would you like to start, Ben?
Well, I guess since it's mostly just curtains, Ben might try to like peek into her room without being pervy about it, just to see if she's there. And if not, then head upstairs.
Okay. Make a perception check when you get to where you remember her room being. Kind of just get the sense if there is somebody in there. You could roll with advantage if you would like, since smell could be a factor.
15 on the first one, and a natural 20 on the second one. So there's that.
You don't think you hear anyone, and her scent is not strong enough to indicate that she is currently in the room.
All right, then I guess let's head upstairs, because that's where she always seems to be if she's not in her room.
All right. With that natural 20, you follow your nose wherever it goes, and it goes up the elevator.
All right.
She was in the process of getting some form of breakfast herself. She notices you coming up the elevator because there's not a whole lot of activity going on up there yet this time of day. And she just gives a wave, small smile.
Hi, question.
Good morning, Ben.
So I just wanted to talk to you to tell you what's going to happen. So my friends and I told you all about how terrible it was at the Rise, but we also found on this really awful lady who followed us in there and tried to get us killed. She had these stone tablets that apparently are teleportation tablets. Ix did identify on them, and she was able to find out. Anyway, they're pretty cool. They go to Ank'Harel, and I thought maybe you'd want to go there too to get out of this awful place. So I just wanted to come visit and invite you.
She's very attentive as presumably she starts walking to a table to set her food down, and I presume you follow her there.
Mm-hmm.
She listens attentively. It's not quite as rapid fire as it was when you first met her, probably on both of your parts, because she is still a little bit affected by the news from yesterday. But she just responds with a stream of consciousness almost. Like, was it the woman in red that was trying to eavesdrop on us the other day? I didn't.
Oh yeah, it was totally her. She was crazy.
Well, I'm glad
I threw her in a hole.
You said she had teleportation tablets to go back to Ank'Harel?
Yeah, actually, and we have them now, so we were going to use them.
Well, I don't know where in Ank'Harel hers would go to. That sounds like a risky prospect. It might go into like her home base or something. That could be a problem for you if you go in unprepared. You don't know what you're getting into.
That's a good point.
I was going to be going back to Ank'Harel now that I have gotten news back from the Rise. So there's not much point in me sticking around here any longer. There's a gentleman here also from Ank'Harel, another tiefling. I was going to go back with him. I think he also has means to get back rapidly.
That was that other guy that I don't think Ben was with you guys when you talked to him, but
no, he was.
We were at the cremation place.
I think everybody was there.
Okay. All right. Oh, that guy. Yeah, we met him.
Yeah, the orange tiefling with white hair.
I probably have his name in here somewhere. I don't know where it is.
Prolix.
It's Prolix.
Prolix. It is Prolix. Duh. All right.
He's the one that Arna's going to see. Like, give me my money.
Oh, well, that's convenient. Because Arno was going to go visit him, and I don't know if he can take all of us. That might be safer than using these, like you said. It's a shame we can't peek into them and see where they go.
I think probably all of us can go together. I don't know if there's a limit on number as long as everybody's fast enough to get into the circle before it disappears.
Oh, I'm definitely fast enough.
Sorry, I just thought this is Ben's version of flirting. Like, I'm fast enough. I can do it.
Oh, trust me.
I'm fast enough.
He's the type of guy, he'd get new shoes and be like, I'm so much faster now, guys. You don't understand. Like,
I am speed.
all right.
That sounds like a good idea. I wonder where he is right now. I think he was just here to spy on Aloysia, and if she's been apprehended, I don't know if he needs to stick around longer either.
Oh, well, glad we could help. So,
I'm having breakfast. Do you want breakfast?
I already had some breakfast. I fed myself in between. You know what? I'll have some more. Yeah.
He's like, why am I fighting this? Yes, I want more breakfast. Thank you.
It's like, Ben, why are you turning down food on suggestion of food?
I would have honestly been really worried about Ben. If he turned down food, I'd be like, oh my god.
His mind is still taking over, guys.
He's still not okay.
That's how we'll know.
It's like, it's an imposter.
I'm not sure what else there really is to talk about with question at the moment. That was kind of it, because Ben would have had a big conversation with her last night about all the sadness and pain.
It's time for second breakfast.
Yes,
breakfast, second chat.
always time for that.
It's the Terminator meme. It's like, do your parents like to eat a lot? Yes. Would you like a second breakfast? Oh no, we're good. We already ate. Your parents are dead. Alrighty. So for round 2, we have task hand, prolix, or arcanists.
I feel like it would be fun to just shift to prolix.
I mean, I can get behind that.
Just because you're like, I wonder where prolix is. Cue montage music.
It's just Arno like looming over him. Where is it? Because he's like on the table or something, and Prolix is like, "What are you doing on my table?" Like, sorry, I'm off base. Go ahead.
Just has Aloysia's
of Arno that
spell
you have
focus like a trophy.
Of him just shaking down Prolix is very, very entertaining.
It's like, all right,
He was
nerd.
Give me your fucking brunch money. I just lost both my flip-flops.
Okay. So Arno, looking for prolix, where would you like to start?
Well, he had said that he was staying in the ready room too, right? So he would check the ready room. Either he said it or someone else mentioned that he's also obviously staying in the ready room because
I believe that came up at some point. But he is from out of town. So he's either staying at the ready room or he's sleeping on the streets. Streets behind. All right. So go ahead, make an investigation check.
Okay. Let me get my D4.
By all means.
Mm-hmm. 17.
17. All right. Let's see, just looking around the ready room to start out, you don't find Prolix right away. You do see AO coming out of their room that they also have at the ready room. You haven't run into them at the ready room so far, have you? That was actually mentioned in the book, is like, yeah, you can see them just hanging around the tavern when they're not doing anything else. I'm like, yeah, that hasn't happened yet.
No, we did see them. They did come in that same night.
Oh, no,
yeah,
that's
because
right.
they told us to meet with the task hand, that he was actually ready.
And Maggie was iffy about the elevator, I remember now.
Yep.
Ooh, should we give those guys a heads up? We should do that.
Yeah, nobody else is coming out of the room, but you see AO coming out of the room, and she notices you looking around for something or someone. she just, by way of greeting, she just remarks, "Hey, you looking for something?"
Oh, yeah. Hi. Have you seen an orange tiefling? White hair? Prolix. I don't know if you've
Oh,
actually. You said you talked to him, right?
yes, yes, he was the one that told us to keep an eye on Aloysia.
Yes. He did for us too, so I was just going to update him.
Ah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Shall we?
We shall.
All right. Fine. He's not in his room, I take it.
Not that I could see.
Heather is losing
Did
it
I
over
check
here.
his room?
Oh, you don't know where his room is, but you looked around and you didn't find him anywhere.
Yeah, he'd be like, I mean, I don't know exactly which room his is, and I'm trying to be polite and not just walking into other people's stalls, even though it'd be very easy, because, no door.
I can respect not poking your nose through every single curtain.
It's very tempting.
Well, since we both have business with him, if he's not here, I guess shall we walk around? We'll find him at the same time that way.
Sure. Where did you find him?
Where would they have found him? Let me take a look at this map real quick. See if there's anything interesting in. Hmm. Yeah, nothing catches my eye on here. No. We were just patrolling the streets, keeping an eye out for demons, and he saw us, recognized us as newcomers to the town, and approached us.
Oh, we met him in the crematorium.
Okay, it sounded like he had already spoken with your group first, and that must have given him the idea to approach us as well.
That makes sense.
Okay. What did he ask you guys to do? Same thing?
Check in on Aloysia, try to figure out what she's doing here.
Alicia.
You know.
Her name's just going to change
Aloysia.
slightly every time somebody says it.
Aloysia. That bitch! We were supposed to be tasked with finding out about her and what she was doing here.
Yeah, she wouldn't stop going on about, grand designs, but not really saying anything about what those grand designs were. It's like she felt very bottom rung in her organization.
Yeah. Explains why we didn't get a bounty on her when we brought her back to the task hand.
And see how her grand designs work out from inside the gatehold.
So, what are you guys thinking of doing after this, now that you've been in the rise?
I was thinking about that actually. I had a little more time to think as we didn't have quite as much fun as you guys did after leaving the rise.
I mean, we also, yeah.
You can tell she understands what you guys were doing, and it was not for fun, but
Yeah, he would be like, listen, we needed to de-stress, and
no, that's perfectly fair. That's understandable.
there's nothing to do in Bazozan.
Not until demons attack, anyway.
Yeah, but that's not fun when you've already spent the whole entire day fighting them. Like,
yeah. But no, to your question, that I've been curious for, I guess it's been weeks now. That necklace that you found under my hometown. I don't know what it is. You don't have to tell me. That's your business, apparently. But I can tell it's something important. And I don't know, you guys seem like you're on some kind of quest while we're just kind of following around looking for something to do. I know, I feel like there's something bigger that we should be doing. And it's
no.
kind of right next to me.
Oh, guys, that was cute. That was cute.
Well, it does seem like we've bitten off more than we expected with the necklace. But
I keep hearing people talk about Marquette lately.
you were actually planning on going there.
It certainly sounds nicer than this place.
Anywhere is nicer than this place. Listen, I try not to tell people what they should do in their lives, but please get out of here. Like, no one should be here. No one.
Like, I would rather go home and fish for the rest of my life than stay here.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair. We're trying to get to Ankara. We might have a way of getting there. So, if you want to join.
I'm not against it. I know previously you were hesitant to tell us where you all were going, which was fair. You didn't know us, you didn't know what you were getting into.
I would hope at
But
this
it
point
seems
you
like
kind
you
of.
have a better idea of both now.
Yes, and I would hope you know, especially considering that Aloysia has proven that just wearing the necklace apparently has put a target on us. So, to keep our whereabouts secret would be preferred.
Well,
And
for
also,
myself. Oh, also.
oh, we like you, is all I was going to say. So.
Well, I like most of you as well.
Who don't you like? Is it Thorn? Is it Thorn?
I would rather not say.
See? I feel like that means that you might like Thorn and you're trying to play it cool, but. Okay.
You could roll an insight on her if you'd like.
No. Wait. 12.
See what her modifier for this is. Okay, well, that's a 10 for whatever skill she rolled. Get the impression she doesn't dislike anybody in your group. She wouldn't consider everyone in your group a fast friend. And it might be Thorn.
Yeah, like he's just bluster and sass, and honestly, if he's not insulting you, then he doesn't like you. So
Don't believe her. Don't believe him, Ao.
He's not even there.
He's really around the corner sending message to her just to fuck with her, like, fuck, no.
That wasn't in his voice.
Thorn gives that little anime sneeze because people somewhere are talking about him. Oh, there's a cat. Front and center.
Yeah. He's trying to get into everything.
All right. Well, while you guys are presumably walking talking, go ahead and make another investigation check, and she will do the same.
Investigation?
Yeah.
Alright.
Is just kind of a. You'll probably find him eventually, but this is kind of a how long will it take you?
Oh, that makes sense. 16.
16. All right. Well, she got a 6 without the teen. Okay.
I got a 4 on the die. Otherwise, it would have been a 12.
But yeah, so the two of you wander the streets for a bit, looking for this bright orange tiefling, in this fairly brown and orange landscape that you are in. To be fair, I was gonna say he stands out a little bit, but then I'm looking at the map. I'm like, oh, those mountains are orange. Some of these buildings are orange. So yeah, he doesn't actually stand out too much, but you do eventually find him down at the dilapidated temple that you had visited previously, where Foghome, the Firbolg, was tending his garden. But yes, you seem to see him before he notices you.
Oi! Prolix!
Friends, yes. Yes, hi, good morning. Do you have news?
Yes. We have developments.
Oh, developments. I like developments.
First, Aloysia is in jail.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
She finally did something that bad. That is...
She tried to kill us in the Betrayer's Rise.
That's less delightful. But I'm glad she failed, and that you caught her.
Yeah, she has a very invested interest in the pendant that I have. I showed you it before.
Yes. I recall this.
I don't know why it's tied, but she makes it seem like it's tied to her group. Important to them somehow.
Well, it is a very ancient piece, and they claim to be obsessed with, folklore that everybody else has forgotten about, which I'm sure is not entirely untrue, but is not their primary focus. So maybe they believe it has some connection to whatever their whatever this ruidium is that they're after. I retcon that. He knows about ruidium. He's not like, yeah, whatever that is. So redact that last line. A DM speaking, not the character. Yes, maybe they think it has something to do with their devices, their plots.
Possibly. Possibly. She was very tight-lipped. She finally said that she was working for the consortium.
Oh, yes.
But she basically implied that if she said anything, they would kill her. So.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm glad you've put a stop to whatever she was planning to do here. Doesn't sound like she'll be causing trouble anymore. Out of curiosity, did she have anything noteworthy on her person?
She had... What does Arno know she had? He doesn't know about the dust because Thorn has that, right?
He knows about everything else. It's just the dust that none of us know about.
She
the tablets were the most.
Gems, a spell focus, a short sword, I think.
Yeah, it'd be like,
find anything.
She had a spell focus. She had some tablets that I think are just teleportation spells to Oncorel, from what we could figure out. But to a specific circle, which would be interesting.
Well, when you remark on that, he reaches into his satchel, says, "Did it look something like one of these?" And he pulls out a very similar looking clay tablet that appears to have a sigil sequence written on it.
That bitch stole them! Yes, it looked exactly like, well, maybe not exactly, but definitely like it.
I hope she didn't have one exactly like this, because this would have led her directly into our university, which could have been a problem. But yes, I'm surprised she didn't. He stows his away. I'm surprised she didn't get a chance to use them.
Oh, no. She was surprised. She thought that Ao's group would grin at Ao, would help her in trying to kill us, not knowing that we're friends. So that didn't work out in her favor.
Well played then on both your parts.
Mm-hmm. Then she tried to cause a cave-in, but got caught in it because our monk wasn't going to let her get away. So
he laughs derisively at her expense.
And then she spent the rest of the time in the Betrayer's Rise hogtied. So I'm sure she had a wonderful time.
And did you all find what you needed in the Betrayer's Rise?
We did.
Excellent. I'm glad for you.
Exactly. And we're actually planning on going to Oncorel as well.
Are you? Well, since Aloysia is no longer an issue, I was planning to return myself, probably today. If you would like to accompany me, you're welcome to. I'll be returning to the Crystal Chateau University. If you would like, you're welcome to speak to maybe one of the headmasters there. They would probably be interested in what you found, and maybe they can provide information for what you are seeking.
Does the university have a library?
It does, actually.
I'll have to check in with everyone else, but I think we would definitely take you up on that. Especially since he would point at the tablet being like, I was right. The tablet goes to a specific circle, so if we have Aloysius, that would probably go somewhere she thought was safe.
That seems likely, yes.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't go jumping headfirst into the Consortium's territory.
I mean, I don't think she was very high ranking. I don't think they would give her something that leads directly into their stronghold, but probably somewhere close by for easy access, but I do not know for certain. Just conjecture on my part. Also, I should clarify, the Crystal Chateau Library is only for students, but the Allegiance does fund another school that is open to the public, including. So there is still a library available to you, if you should come with me.
That is still helpful. Definitely.
Obvious. When do you need to go? I think pressing business remaining in Bazozan.
I mean, you have one, because you did say that you would pay us for information.
Yes, I did. You are quite right. Would it be better to should I follow you back to the rest of your respective groups?
Yeah, you were staying at the ready room as well?
I was, yes. I wake up very early.
Yeah, if you want to meet us there, because our groups were just tying up some loose ends before leaving, that would be...
Very good, very good. Yes, I also need to meet up with Question to see if she would like to return. We have discussed that as a possibility.
Oh, that's good, because Ben, one of my party members, actually is going to talk to her about going to Encore too. So
Well, that is perfect then. Everything is lining up. All right. Let us go meet them then. Okay. So yes, you and Ao can take Prolix back to meet up with the others. Is there anything else you would like to do while you are out and about?
he might stop at the inventory or infirmary and see if he can get more bandages.
Very good.
Yes.
Well, that is not very far out of your way, so easily done. Yeah, I'll just say, yeah, you make it to the infirmary after walking through the streets. Person whose name I will have in a second. Where is your name? Baltha, who I don't know if you have necessarily met. But no, there is a drow who seems to be in charge of tending to the injured patients. She also seems to have supplies that are available for easy purchase to anybody who might need something to take with them.
Perfect.
Let's see.
How much are bandages?
Does it say specifically what she has? I think there's a list of things she has for sale. Okay. You could just buy a healer's kit if you wanted to. Bandages by themselves, probably not particularly expensive. You could buy a pretty good amount of them for like 5 silver, a gold, depending on how much you want. Lucas gets hurt a lot.
Yeah, he'll get a gold's worth,
Okay.
however much that is. Comes back with an arms like full of bandages. Like maybe this will last us a week. Maybe.
Why can't I hold all these bandages? Let's see. Worth noting. I won't roleplay the whole thing out, but among the things that she has that she's willing to sell to adventurers like yourself, she also does mention she has a spell scroll of greater restoration that she has been hanging on to in case of emergencies, but so far, luckily, she hasn't had to use it. It also is a bit of a powerful scroll for her, so she might not be able to use it herself reliably. She would sell it for 500 gold if you wanted a scroll of restoration. But other than that, bandages are easily acquired.
He'll bring up the scroll with everyone else because he does not have 500 gold. So.
Excuse me. Coughing is better, but has not disappeared, obviously. Also, man, I'm going through cough drops today. Fine. All right. So you make it back to the ready room to meet up with everybody else. You're probably one of the last couple of people to get back there since it took you a little while to find Prolix. But that brings us to we have a visit to the Arcanists and a visit to Taskhand Phalis. Rollies, or do we have a preference?
Roll it.
Rollies. All right. Jess, high or low?
High.
Let's go to the Arcanists. All right. So Ixenthorn, I believe that was.
Yep.
All right. So
we know where they're at based on what Varen has said, and even Prolix at this point. So we pretty much head directly there.
You were directed to the couple of buildings that they occupy.
Yep.
So it's still pretty early in the day. You can finally see the sun coming up over the tops of the mountain peaks to the east.
Mm-hmm.
This place is already buzzing with activity. Like,
You
it
were
doesn't
kidding.
look like everybody looks like they've been awake for hours already. Nobody looks like they just woke up. This seems about how it was described to you. I think Varen said he's not sure when those people sleep.
I'm not sure they know when they sleep.
Do they sleep? It's a mystery.
They're ants. They never sleep. Is there any semblance of pecking order? Oh, yeah.
Make a perception check.
Oh, I can use my regular dice now because my kitty cat is not in my dice. Perception. That is a 23, good sir.
23, all right. Everybody here is dressed pretty similarly. Everybody's running around everywhere, looking around, trying to look for some sense of order. It does seem like there currently is one person at the far end of the building you're in that every now and then it seems like people are reporting to this person, and they're not moving around quite as much as everybody else. They seem slightly more stationary.
Ix will kind of look at Thorn and nod over that one, and then she'll make her way over there.
Before we go over there,
okay.
Thorn is going to quietly ask Ix, so are we only asking about, or talking about the portal while we're here?
Well, no, of course not. They're a wealth of knowledge.
Okay.
They have to know something.
Okay, I agree. I also have questions of my own. Just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Oh, absolutely. All right, with that, they will make their way over to whoever that person is.
Okay. You walk up. Looks to be a male drow, just wearing like robes that look like they've been worn for a while. These are not new. Little frayed at some of the edges, like clean, but definitely battered a little bit. The clothing.
Okay.
You approach them. They are absorbed in whatever task they are performing, poring over papers, running calculations of some kind. You're not sure exactly what, but
okay.
They do not acknowledge your approach immediately.
That's all right. Ix will walk up and kind of lightly tap the table. Good morning. Would you like knowledge or money for your time?
They just reflexively, like halfway look up, like not quite at your faces. Like, yes, what is it? What do you have to report? They're still looking around at everything on their desk right now. It takes them a second to register what you said. They look up finally and see Ix and Thorn standing before them. It's like, I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm Ix. This is Thorn. And you are?
I have the names already up. I am Arcanist Padarai. I'm the head Arcanist of this facility. Is there something I can do for you?
Yes. Actually, as a matter of fact, we have quite a bit of information on the rise considering we just left there. But I would like an exchange of information for said information. So how much time do you have?
None at all, but I am always welcome to information, so I can make time for information.
Perfect. From there, I'm not gonna lie, I really don't want to have to roleplay out like the whole thing.
That's fair.
I'm good with that too.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I will if you want me to, but really, first things first, she will say, all right, as you know, she'll exchange a little bit. She'll give some of her information first as kind of a good faith gesture. She'll talk about, right, as immediately when you go into the rise, there is that door. We found a way to open it using an amulet. I will give vague details on the amulet at this moment in time. I will also not say how, when, or what the amulet is and how it came into our possession. And then from there, Ix will lean into what they may or may not know of the rise as in relation to Elixion and anything legend-wise that they might know. She will name drop the Changebringer and the Moonweaver, considering the temple, but I'll stop there so that way we can catch up.
Okay. So I notice you are being very cagey about this amulet. Is this something that can be replicated?
Not to my knowledge, no. It is of ancient origin.
Well, that is of little use to us then, but the rest is noteworthy. So we are appreciative of the additional information. You said you wish an exchange.
Yes, considering that she already gave some of her information, she will, like I said, ask what they know of Elixion, his relation to the Rise, anything they might know of the Rise in relation to him, and then what the Moonweaver or Changebringer might mean for this town and the Rise, since the Changebringer seems to be coming up constantly. I keep mixing them up a little bit.
That's their duo name now, the Changeweaver.
The Changeweaver. Okay, cool.
That's their metal band.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. So you just name drop him as Elixion. You get no reaction to the name Elixion.
He had a title, didn't he?
The hero? I can't quite remember. To be honest, it's probably in my notes somewhere.
It's probably in your notes in a couple of places, but
it probably is.
Because I feel like everyone we've spoken to about him, they have not known his name. They only know him by his title.
That's right. The unnamed hero.
Right.
Yes,
yeah. Okay.
Nobody knows his name. It's because he's the unnamed hero.
Apotheon was the only other title that we heard.
I know it's not there.
I know.
They just search through Jess's first 22 documents. It's in one of those somewhere, I'm sure.
Cheers.
That's not fair.
If you search the word hero, it probably only shows up in like 3.
I mean, you can make a quick intelligence check to see if X can remember it quickly.
Okay, intelligence.
Yeah, ITC, since this has only been like a couple of days since you last talked about it in character.
11.
Like, there was another name. Oh yeah, the Apotheon.
The Apotheon. Okay. Ix will name drop the Apotheon.
Okay.
5 years later.
That gets a little bit more of a positive reaction than just, what is this name you're saying? So yeah, they don't have much information that you're not already aware of. They are aware that the Apotheon was a great hero from the time of the Calamity, who helped overthrow the betrayers at the Rise. And part of the reason Bazzoxan is now controlled by the Dynasty and not demons. They're aware that the Moonweaver and the Changebringer helped out the Apotheon. And they had seen the door that nobody else could get through previously does have the Changebringer iconography. But they were not aware that the Moonweaver had anything to do with the Rise. You guys did see the wall carvings that showed the two gods together with Elixion and the armies.
Yep, I haven't mentioned those yet.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, they give some general information, but it's not anything you didn't already know.
Okay. All right. From there, she will obviously thank him for him being hospitable at this point. She will exchange more information, such as the mural itself that's on the wall that depicts obviously the rise wasn't belonging to the betrayer gods originally, because that mural was clearly there beforehand and it was grown over, but she will detail what she does know of it. And then from there, she will also indicate that stop. She will also indicate the that stained glass window with the 9 betrayer gods pretty much symbolized, and she'll tell them the symbols and how they how they operate. Pretty much how they were situated.
Serious exposition scene, Vin.
Yeah, she literally all over me. Like, get away from the Febreze. You don't, Lord. So yeah, she'll detail the mural as well as the stained glass window. She will also give insight into the flame dancers. She'd be like, if you ever do need to travel further, this is what you got to do. But good luck getting through that one door without the amulet itself that cannot be duplicated. I apologize. And then that's when she will ask that question that you had already responded to. And then from there, she will then give more information specifically about the portal itself at the end, or at the very beginning of the rise, rather, pretty much further into the mists itself, that chasm. She'll detail, obviously, that's where the majority of carnage seems to come from, is right when you enter, how to get down there, and then, of course, how there is that floating apparently the platform you're on is floating, and that the vortex is way the fuck over there, that it's blue light, what came through it. It seems to be on an interval of some kind, but we're not entirely certain. She'll also detail the door itself, with the one eye lit up with fire, because that might have something to do with it.
Okay. He indicates that some of this is information they knew, but the additional information on top of that is appreciated greatly. Is there anything else you wanted from him in return, as far as information?
She was giving all of that so Thorn could have his opportunity to ask what he wanted to. At this point, Thorn, Ix has asked the question she wanted to ask, just to let you know.
Okay. Yeah, Thorn is probably going to ask if they have any information about Ukatoa. In whatever, I can't quite think of like a subtle wording for it right now, but he is going to have some tact regarding it.
I see. So that one, just to keep things moving, I can address that during the break. Okay. Just since they'll have to consider what they know and what they can tell you.
I think he might also, since it's been mentioned a couple of times, and I think we even saw some iconography at the Rise, though I might be misremembering that, but the other guy, the guy who doesn't like Ukatoa.
You cut off a little bit there.
Oh, the Crawling King?
I don't remember. They all have weird titles.
They do have weird names and titles. The one that, oh shoot, yeah, Ukatoa did have a rival of sorts, or what he considered a rival. What is considered a rival?
I actually didn't hear all of your question because you cut off a little bit.
The other guy, the guy that doesn't like Ukatoa, who's one of the betrayer gods. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, he knows some general knowledge about Zahir, which he will relay to you, and I can go over in text what he tells you later.
Okay.
We'll probably go on a break after we see the task here, so I will get to your respective questions during that time.
Cool. Apart from that, that's all.
Yep.
Ix has.
Okay. He just comments, I take it you two are you mercenaries here with the task hand or something?
Yes, but we won't be here long. Is there something you need?
No, but your information was helpful. He reaches around for something. He passes you. It looks like a slightly oversized coin, like maybe 3 inches wide. Slides it to you. Either of you. So if you bring this to the task hand, he will reward you for bringing back this information to us.
Ix will take it and kind of, flip it up with her thumb and then catch it and kind of nod. Thank you.
See what time is it anyway? He may or may not be in the barracks right now. I don't know.
I'm sure if I scream loud enough, he'll come running.
Yeah, probably. All right.
Well, thank you.
I have work to do. Thank you. And it seems like a dismissal.
Yep. We head on back towards the ready room, and obviously, if we're gonna try and find Baron, but
Yep.
we'll meet back to the ready room first.
All right. Well, that brings us. Let's see. Hey, Jess, pick a number between 1 and 1.
Ooh.
Oh, 1.
Hey, look at that. I pretended to roll a 1. Hooray.
Good job.
I was like, why are you rolling there, buddy?
No, that's why she's like, what? And he still rolled, and she's like, what?
What are the odds that you would roll exactly what you said?
I mean...
All right. So Lucas breaks off from the others to go to the Gatehold barracks. You have previously been told and experienced that it is easier to find Varen at the very beginning or the very end of the day, and it is still pretty early. So feeling hopeful, you go to the Gatehold barracks. Is there anything else you're doing while you're there? You're just going straight for Varen if he's there?
In and out the fuck of Bazazan.
Okay. I'm a little sad that I never got to any of. There's like little pointless mini games you can do in the barracks, like if you needed to kill time or something. But
we've killed enough things in Bazazan. Enough things have died.
Enough brain cells.
Like there's low stakes bets with some of the watch. Like, oh, let's have an archery contest. Oh, let's wrestle.
We just did that in Jigao. It's okay, I promise.
Hey, that's fair. I mean, competition is supposed to be a theme of the campaign, but your rivals haven't really been rivals for the most part after Jigao.
We became BFFs. It's been great.
Yay. With rivals like these, who needs friends? Okay, so you make your way to the barracks. As has been your experiences previously, somebody does notice you comes to see what your business is. They do inform you that the task hand is still in the barracks if you needed to speak to him.
Excellent, I do.
Okay. All right. So the captain or lieutenant, whatever this guy's rank is, he does lead you back to the war room where you've previously spoken with Varen. He is there. He doesn't seem to be quite as haggard as he has sometimes. It's early in the day. His day's just getting started. Nothing bad's happened yet. Yeah. He sees you come in. Like, yes, Lucas. It's been a while. What can I do for you?
It's been a whole
been almost a day.
That's fair. I was about to say, like, you just gave us drinks this morning. No, it wasn't this morning. It's been a day. I will keep this
short. You in slightly more than 12 hours.
Hey, that's like a new record. I'll keep this short and sweet. I just wanted to thank you for everything that you've assisted us with here in Bazzoxan, and we're actually going to be on our way out. And I just figured it would be courteous to tell you.
It is a little disappointing to lose you so quickly, but you are not beholden to stay here with us. Can you tell me where you're going, out of curiosity?
We never said we weren't. So Lucas says that we're headed to Ankarel.
You going there with the other out-of-towners?
We're going there with whoever is ready to leave Bazos. No
Fair
offense.
All of Bazos, going to Ankarel.
Well, he is aware that there are like other parties here from Ankarel in Bazzoxan, but all right. Well, I appreciate the help you offered while you were here. I know that was quite an introduction you had to our town. Is there anything I can do for you before you leave?
Can you tell me how is prison treating Aloysia?
We'll be having some conversations with her today. Don't you worry.
Thank you. Yes, we would have talked about this. You're not right.
100%.
100%. I just wanted to check before we left, actually, on our way into town, before we had a chance to go over how your system works and everything. We did take out a few Gloomstalkers along the way, and I believe there was some sort of bounty system for kills of that nature?
Yes, more importantly, I'm told that you helped save the lives of 3 of my watch.
Well, that's... Yes, we did.
That's also very important.
Yes, I had heard about the incident. I hadn't yet heard that it was your group. Yes, there is certainly compensation for that with my gratitude. He is going to go behind him. There were some bags of money already prepared. He just didn't know who he was giving them to yet. For saving the soldiers, 450, 150 piece. And for the Gloomstalkers, an additional 100 gold. So there's 550 gold total that you are given.
All right. Lucas is extraordinarily solemn and respectful as he collects this money.
450 gold is not 150 gold apiece.
No, 150 for each of the soldiers that were saved.
I see. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
550 gold total to be divided amongst us in some capacity.
So
no, that makes sense. I
each of you
misunderstood.
gets
And I was
110, but it was 150 for each soldier that you saved, and then 50 for each Gloomstalker.
that was not Arno being super greedy. That was me being like,
It's like, wait a minute. I thought Stars was better at math than that.
Math is wrong.
I am not good at math. So for me to be like, that doesn't add up. Like,
This boy ain't right. Well, all right then. Okay. Well, it's a shame to lose you. You would have been a boon to the city, but I understand you have things to take care of.
Yes, well, perhaps our paths will cross again.
Perhaps they will. I hope it's so. But he nods by way of dismissal if you have nothing else to say. Shortly after that, Ix comes running in, like, "Hey, wait, is he still here? I have this."
Wait, another bounty.
You are muted, by the way.
Can't remember everything I said. Anyway, yeah, she's gonna run on in. I'm so mad. And then I wouldn't say run, but yeah, she'll walk in there. Hey, Varen, wanted to see you before we left. And then she's gonna put the coin down and like scooch it to him. Just like to turn that in, please.
Well, timely, I suppose. I will be right back. He has to leave the room to go retrieve more money for you, apparently.
Oh, damn.
He returns with another bag with an additional 200 gold.
Woo!
So now you each do get 150 total.
Nice.
Ix is pleased walking her bag of money out, and she's like, "Yeah." And then
Not
Lucas
the
takes
magic
out his
trick.
bag, which is twice the size, and he goes, "Yeah."
He's just like, And he's just like, wait, how did you get more than me? Like. Meanwhile, Thor's just out there waiting for us to come out, and both of us are just like, Ix is just glaring at Lucas like, fucking thief of some kind. I don't know how you fucking cheated. Like, she's not saying this shit, but you can see it. While Lucas is just having a great time just holding it, he's like, it's money.
Excuse
I
you.
don't know what happened, but whatever he did makes me mad.
Yep.
I am fairly confident that of this group, I am the only one of us that could not be considered a thief at one point in time in their life.
I don't know. Arno said you stole his heart. Oh!
Cannot steal what's freely given.
You ho! Okay.
Arno's not
very
there.
much disagree with his heart being freely given.
What? Okay.
Mr.
So that heart had to be earned.
Anyway, I think it's break time.
I think it's break time. Now that pre-departure errands have been taken care of for the moment, we will reconvene with all the rest of you reconvening after a break. Recording then.
Recording.
All right. Welcome back, friends, enemies, players, everything in between. So to address one more thing that was asked of Arcanist Hatterai, Ix asked if he knew anything about Druidium, and Thorn was listening closely for the answer. He says he has heard the term recently, but doesn't know anything about it. So.
Okay.
That's
nothing to do with
unfortunate.
his studies.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Thorn?
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, nope. I think you were kind enough. I'm not going to ask another follow-up question. Thank you.
Okay. So with everybody's tasks done for the moment, I presume you all reconvene inside the ready room, in front of the ready room. Let's see.
Probably in front of the ready room if anybody came out.
I guess Ben and Question are upstairs eating breakfast.
But in front does make sense. We have a lot of people.
So Lucas, Ix, and Thorn have rejoined at the barracks, so you would be the first back to the building.
All right. If we don't see the rest of our group, or no, Ben, obviously, outside, then we'd likely head in. Ix would check the room first, just to make sure.
Okay. So, Ben, are you just carrying on enjoying breakfast with Question, possibly talking more?
Yeah, honestly, probably. Even if he had any thoughts of like, oh, I should probably go help with this or that after I'm done. Questions like, no,
sit down, have breakfast. Like, that's what I'm doing for the rest of the day. So.
I'm sorry, food? You had me at food.
So you find Ben in Question upstairs in the loft.
Okay.
So, and it will be just a short while yet before Arno returns with Ao and Prolix. Is there anything you wish to do at the moment? Do you need does any information need sharing? Any tasks need doing?
tasks? Goodness, I'm getting the hell out of here. But
I was gonna say anything we share information wise, we're gonna want to also share with Arno. So
yeah, Nix will say that we got money.
we got money.
Money.
Oh shit! Are we putting that in? Are we just? We're gonna wait to distribute that because we gotta all be together.
I'm not gonna divvy it up when Arno's not there.
The last time I pulled out my change purse and started divvying up money in public, you yelled at me.
We're inside a building that's virtually empty. Not in a town square.
The same.
By the time Arno and the others rejoin the group, more people have come up to get something to sustain them for the morning. So there was a little more activity in the Ready Room loft. But Arno, you and Ao and Prolix return to the Ready Room. Find your party upstairs, unless you're stopping anywhere, like checking the room or something first. Just realized Kibble was doing nothing during any of that, but that's okay.
Oh my god, I forgot you!
It's okay. She's been recuperating. She had a fucking day, okay, yesterday.
She did. She got dragged through some acid at one point. That was a thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
She got almost buried under rubble. Yeah, no, she probably needed a break.
She has no hair on her lower legs anymore.
Oh!
Because it was burned off.
Why would you do that?
Fine. We're going somewhere that's hot. She needed a winter coat. Or opposite.
Show some ankles.
Does this mean... Does this mean that Thorn is also virtually hairless?
I mean, from the knees down, at least.
Oh my god!
The only thing that makes it somewhat better is the
also those pants legs and your shoes are in pretty bad shape.
Yeah, I want to say maybe he gets some new clothes. New pants.
Ix would have mended. Ix would have mended it.
Okay,
Ix would have mended your shoes
that's true.
at least.
I forgot. Also, Stars, I have a quick question.
What's your quick question?
Regarding mechanics. So I know with my dual wielder feat, I can draw and stow 2 one-handed weapons simultaneously. So let's say if I wanted to have a bow as a long-range weapon option, does that fuck up my, I don't know, setup somehow, or would it just not matter, I guess?
I think the only thing that it would mess up is you wouldn't get your +1 AC bonus for having 2 weapons in your hands.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. I forgot about that so much I don't know if I've been taking that into account.
No.
Hey, you know what? Not as bad as having spell slots that you forgot about.
Listen, I saved you all without them.
Everyone made it out of the rise. It's fine. It's
Extra
fine.
spell slots wouldn't have stopped the gorilla.
It's true. Or Ben from falling.
No, the star would have though.
No, it wouldn't have stopped him from falling.
That's true.
It just would have stopped it from hurting.
Yeah, I legit don't think I've been taking that into account because that would make my AC 17 while I'm having 2 weapons instead of 16.
Time to update that in your character sheet.
I feel like there's been at least a couple of times that you were barely hit by an attack.
Yup. Like when Ben tried to chomp.
Ooh.
No, he barely missed.
That one, fortunately, that was on the other side of the fence.
Oh, my bad.
That's good, because otherwise Thorn would have been like, I could have not become a werebear? My whole life would be changed.
It's like, by the way, that moon is looking kind of full up there.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Imagine fighting a werebear that is not in control of their faculties.
Yikes.
No.
Pass.
But at least Thorn also was almost at 0 HP, so he would have been relatively easy to knock out compared to Ben. At the time, anyway. Now, if it happened in a couple of days, then you're just all in trouble. Okay. That's it. So yes, everybody has returned to the ready room. Arno, Ao, and Prolix last. So yes, Arno, you not seeing your friends in your rooms. You presumably take the elevator. You see them all at a table. Question is also there. I would say by now, Ao probably told the rest of her party that she was heading out to look for Prolix. They're probably also up there somewhere eating breakfast as well. But yes, you all have reconvened as predicted. What from here?
Does anyone not share any information?
I still don't tell you guys about the ruidium I have.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, other than
I'm not at all.
Other than the stuff that you guys already don't know that over the break. So no.
Yep,
I mean, we give you all that information.
Would have shared.
Nobody's been able to identify that and determine any of its properties.
Yeah.
Oh, I will say I don't know what Thorn may share regarding what he learns about Ukatoa and Zahir. I mean, we can say that Ix would know because she's there, but until I've had that conversation with Stars, I just don't know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Ben would
it's not
share.
relevant in right this second. That's okay.
He would share enthusiastically that we shouldn't use the stone tablets we found, and we should talk to Prolix instead. Except Prolix would be there, but Ben's still going to do this as if it's some big revelation because it's the only thing he has to contribute.
Ben's like, we should talk to Prolix. Lucas just turns slightly in his chair to Prolix. Hey, Prolix.
we already talked to Prolix. Yeah. Yeah.
And just fork or spoon or whatever down. Sorry, back by breakfast.
You could just be like, before I forget, you should probably talk to Prolix about that.
Oh, hi, Prolix.
It's like, oh, there he is now. All right.
I know. Be like, no. Great minds think alike. I was on the same page with you, Ben. Good job.
I mean, we didn't know that those other tablets might be bad. That was good thinking. I don't know a lot about magic tablets.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
I only know because Prolix's tablet takes us to his university.
Ooh. We can take them with us. Maybe there's somebody on Krell who would like these tablets. Maybe they'd really like to be able to teleport directly into whatever their secret place is.
Lucas swivels in his chair to Prolix. Hey, Prolix.
Did I miss that earlier, or are you making fun of me?
No,
that's just
Prolix
him.
hates Aloysia and was spying on her, and like his organization is like her organization. And it's like, yeah.
I was just worried I missed that from the conversation
Oh no,
earlier.
It just felt like a really good moment for a repeat joke.
That's good. Good job.
At your expense.
It's fair.
Prolix pipes up. Well, one question I do have for you all, anybody who is coming with us to Ankarel, would you like to have a very long day or a very short day on your arrival?
Which one gets us out of Bazzoxan faster?
Yeah, I picked that one.
A very short day.
Then a short day.
Yeah. Short day.
Time doesn't move differently on the other side of the world, does it?
I mean,
no, but
different.
It is. Let's see. It's middle of the morning right now here.
Is it a different time zone?
It's probably late afternoon where we are going.
Oh. I'm gonna let that one be so that you can't tell if that was a serious question from Ben or just a dumb joke.
Of course. Didn't expect anything else. Yeah,
I
Vix would
don't
be
know
like,
if any of you have teleported very long distances, but it takes a little getting used to.
Oh, fun.
Do we have anything left to do here? Or can we just go?
Let's just go.
Let's just
Get our
go.
I
bags.
can just go.
do we
I gotta go
have...
get Shifu. He's sleeping still.
Oh yeah, we need Kibble, my baby.
All right, well, I'll meet in the square then.
Very well then.
So
Oogway's
I'll
in
just...
Ben's pocket, just eating breakfast with them. So,
Giving him
He
some
would.
rice.
yeah.
Okay. So everybody goes to their rooms to collect whatever they need. Oh, Arno, do you
Yeah.
pose the idea to your group of Ao's party coming with you all and helping? That has
Oh,
not
yeah.
been discussed.
Yeah, he probably would. While everyone is getting everything together in the room, he would just have a like, oh, so I ran into Ao, and I think she and their party want to help.
I mean, she came
I
up
think-
there with you and Prolix as well.
Oh,
Lucas swivels to Ao on the other side of the table.
when they go, I said when they went down to their rooms to collect everything, he would have discussed it. He would not
While
have
you're
done
up
it
there,
right
though, she keeps looking at you to see if you're gonna say anything.
Oh yeah.
Just leaving poor Ao in suspense.
She would kind of like to
the whole
know.
time.
Like,
That's
do
fair.
they also need to gather their things?
Yeah, absolutely,
Oh,
Arno.
that's fair. Yeah, no,
They should
fair,
definitely
fair.
come with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, Arno would be like, it's okay if like Ao and them tag along, right?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, they were pretty useful.
Why do they want to go to Marquette?
Why would they want to
get
stay
out
in
of Bazzoxan?
Bazzoxan?
Yeah.
They were a little bit more than pretty useful, but I think it'd be good to have them around.
Obviously, they don't want to stay in Bazzoxan, but what's their motivation for going to Marquette? They can go anywhere.
I mean, Alvarel is the capital, right? Of Marquette. There's lots of opportunities there.
Did any of us know where we were going until we met each other?
I mean, yeah, I had a pretty good idea.
Okay, did anybody other than Ix know where they were going until we met each other?
I'm just asking a question. All right, fine. If you want to bring people, fine.
Just for my own clarification, based on how things are being phrased, are you discussing this while Ao is still like there, or are you like, can you give us a moment to discuss?
I think that would actually be great, but
No, we would have. I mean, I guess it wasn't even a matter of.
You're welcome to request a moment to discuss privately before you give them an answer.
I don't have a problem of discussing it in front of her. I think that's a little bit funnier, to be honest.
A lot of people were talking as if she wasn't there.
I think that makes it funnier.
Well, if that be the case, then Ix would pose the questions to Ao.
That's why I was wondering, because they're like questions that could be asked to her that are being asked to everybody else except her.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot that she was there too.
Which is another way to say, hey, Ao, by the way.
Yeah. So no, Ix would have asked, well, that's fine, but why would you want to... I mean, leaving Bazzoxan makes sense. But why Marquette?
I mean, that is certainly part of it. Well, I was talking with Arno before while we were looking for Prolix. I just feel like we haven't done anything important since we left Jigao. And you all seem to be on a grand quest that heavily involves something you found underneath my hometown, which makes me very curious about all of that. It also seems like you've bitten off quite a lot, so I thought maybe you could use some help. And we could be doing something meaningful.
Well, I'm not going to turn down allies. All right.
And then
Ix's...
nobody, not a single player asked for an insight check.
Nope.
Nope.
I
Fair
want to
enough.
do an insight check.
I respect it, but also you can go ahead and make an insight check if you want.
17.
17. She seems earnest and honest about what she's saying.
Okay.
With that, we will head out of the ready room. Everybody will grab all their animals and stuff. We're gonna head out to the square.
Everybody grab an animal.
And nobody touch my flying snake. No one touch him. You leave him
You guys
alone.
can touch Sheaf if you want.
Not even like for scritches? Nothing?
No, not yet.
Talat gets no scritches because Talat died in that quake avalanche.
Good. Oh god. I look good. Oh damn. Okay, shit. And Prolix is taking us.
100% Arno sentiment of like.
Yeah, Arno would though. With the information he has now, makes sense. All right, so we wait for Prolix, and he's going to give us direction on what to do and how to do it.
He goes to his own room to get his stuff, while everybody else is doing likewise. Go back to my map. I have so many things open here. That is not a place to stand, by the way. That is the inside of a big tower. But yes, you do all come out somewhere outside.
You
of
don't
the ready
control
room.
me.
Oh my god, that is huge. He just put himself on the map.
Also, while Prolix goes away, Arno would look at everyone and be like, he did promise us payment, so just if he still doesn't pay us by the time we get to Ankarel, just
beat him up.
get him that money.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, sure. I want to.
Well, I'd rather see the libraries first. Can we beat him up
That's
after
the
the
reason why I'm
library?
not hounding him now. But also, everyone keep in mind, this man owes us money.
This man owes us money.
By the way, plot twist: the giant tower was actually a giant roper.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
It reaches 5 tentacles toward all of you.
She kept going for a second there, and I was like, stars?
And then we teleport, leaving Bazazan to its fate.
From 100 feet in the air, you all yell, "Fuck Bazozan!" All right. So yes, you all meet back in out in front of the building, as I've said for the 3rd time now. Keep interrupting myself. Everybody has their stuff. Prolix makes sure everyone is ready to go. Nothing and no one has been forgotten. So we have Prolix himself, Question, the 5 of you, Ao and her companions, so 12 of you total, plus animals, so including Kibble, Shifu, Uguay, Spren. And also you notice that Galceriad has a crow on his shoulder.
He's had a crow this whole freaking time?
Recent acquisition, but you have not had a chance to interact with him much since coming to Bazozan. And much like a lot of his other magic, it is still like a dark-colored bird, but it has a bit of a silvery sheen to it. So very, very obviously a magical crow. Ooh, my cough drop is almost completely dissolved.
Didn't you just take it?
I did. That was my 4th one.
Okay.
This is my 5th one.
Oh no. All right.
I ain't trying to subject you all to constant coughing. Trust me, it would be worse. Yeah, Prolix makes sure everybody is ready. Nobody has second thoughts. The oven was not left on. The bathwater was not left running. No takebacks.
I'm waiting for us to
I
get to
think we're
Ankarel,
good.
and Thornton, and then Stortus is like, so this is what you didn't do.
I know there's a shit, but listen, I know there's a shit ton of stuff that we fucked up. I know it is.
I mean, I already told you you didn't have low stakes gambling in the barracks and have like.
Let's go play some of those games. No.
The completionist in me would like to, but the rest of me is like, no.
I've looked at them a couple of times. There is actually no point to them other than just something to do to break them, to break things up.
Nice.
I appreciate their inclusion, but they are entirely extraneous. Well,
all right.
With that all finalized, Prolix takes out one of his own clay tablets, breaks it in half, and it crumbles to dust in his hands. He has directed you all to stand in somewhat of a loose circle, and in the midst of you all, a glowing blue ring covered in sigils and magic runes, about 10 feet wide, appears on the ground. He says, very quickly, and he dashes in. Everybody dashes in after him, trying not to collide because there's 12 of you trying to go through here. Each of you, as you jump into the circle, it's a new sensation probably for most of you. I think a few of you have traveled by teleportation circle previously, so it is a little bit familiar to you. But you feel as if you're being pulled in no particular direction. Every direction at once, maybe? It's very unusual. But the sensation passes. You find yourself in a location that I will henceforth describe. The chilly air and gloomy clouds of Bazozan are replaced by dry heat and a brilliant blue sky, visible through the arched window of a magnificent building with walls of white marble. Beneath your feet is a teleportation circle from which the glow of magic is slowly subsiding. And just for some nice effect, I am going to post the very lovely art of Bazozan in the channel. Not Bazozan. Forget Bazozan. We are out of Bazozan. This is the city of Unkarel as viewed from the sky.
Oh, wow. Oh my god, guys! Nice. This city has a bathhouse!
Oh, 100%.
Ooh, there.
They probably have real liquor, too. Wait, where are we at in the city?
That's so nice.
Let me update this map that we have been on for quite a number of sessions now.
Fuck Bazozan.
Bring us to a new map.
Oh, shit. Oh my god! Where are we in this?
There is so much. This is so big.
Dude, I'm gonna get my ass lost.
I think this is the biggest place we've been thus far.
Yeah.
It is by a lot. So you all currently are in, you don't know the name yet, but you are in the Sigil District, which is just a little bit southeast of the Cerulean Palace. And I have moved the feather over to the Crystal Chateau University that you have arrived in.
Wow.
So yes, welcome to Ankarel, the Jewel of Hope. It is a lot warmer, a lot hotter than Bazozan. It is the height of afternoon, but you're also indoors, so the sun is not bearing down upon you yet in here. You might need to adjust your wardrobes when you get a chance, especially anyone who is wearing a lot of heavy metal.
Oh, man. Armor here? Oh, dear.
I mean, at the moment, the risk is discomfort.
Lucas grumbles like a baby. The whole time.
His petulant whining can be heard.
The building that you are all in at the moment, let's see, there is actually a little map that I can use for my own reference here. Where is that little map? Where are you at, little map? Come here. Oh, I can look at it without showing it. Bloody hooray. Okay. The building you are in, a little bit like a stretched out hexagon, about 20 feet across and about 25 feet from back to entrance, with kind of like a crystal, like bluish green crystal dome over the top that lets a little bit of light through. The entrance, there is no door that needs to be opened. It is just an archway. But you come out, it is still very crowded in this room, especially with Kibble and Maggie, and just the number of people that you have with you. So, very highly recommended to not just stay crowded in that room for a while. But you all come out, and I need to get back to the page that I was on. There are a lot of pages for this very large city, as I'm sure you can imagine. Okay. Prolix welcomes you all to the Crystal Chateau. Let's see. Says, I know. Question. You did you need to get back to the library right away? It's like, yes. I need to report to my superior. Let him know what happened to the expedition in Bazozan. I can let him. She looks to Ben and your group specifically. I will let him know what you all did, that you brought me the news. I'll only say good things, of course. But yes, if you need to, if you need anything from the library, it is in the guided district. I'm sure somebody can point you where to get to us, or we
Someone
can get in
could
contact
guide
with
us
you.
there.
What's that?
Said someone could guide us there.
Someone can guide you to the guided district. Yes. Actually, I guess here she reaches into like a pocket, an inner pocket. She hands. You've seen. I think most of you have seen one of these before. She hands to Ben one of a pair of sending stones.
Ooh, Ben's like just positively giddy right now. It's like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
See, there is.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
There is so much information here. What is the guy's name? I want to give you relevant information here. Okay. Question explains to Ben that her superior at the Cobalt Soul is Iwo Zalare, which I will spell. And I will also need to double check the pronunciation guide before that guide.
We're in a different continent. Maybe there's no X's.
You are
They've been replaced by G's.
There is a Z.
One Z at the beginning of a word.
I'll let that go.
Not two Z's and an X in the middle of a word. But yes, if you hear from us, it will probably be him. I don't know if he'll contact you right away. Might be a couple of days, but we will definitely get in touch.
I can't wait.
I can't wait for you to see the library. It's magnificent.
Could we just go with? Oh, you know what? It's okay.
I mean, if you want to go with her, I'm sure we could find you.
No,
I mean, you can come to the building at any time. It is also a
Open.
it is also a temple that is open to the public. I just can't guarantee anybody from the Cobalt Soul will be there to greet you right away.
Don't worry, we'll make a stop there, Ben.
It is
Okay.
it is part of the Temple of the Mentor, by the way. If you need to ask for it. Let's see. Oh, why is there so much? There's so much here, you guys. This is why I had to do homework, and it availed me not. Okay. But yes, Question also thanks Prolix for helping her out and getting her quickly back to Ank'Harel before she waves again, heads off towards the exit of the chateau. It's just fun to say the word chateau. I think that's why I keep saying it. Yes. Well, Prolix perks up again. It's like, I believe one of the headmasters should be available if you wanted to speak with him, referring to like all 10 of the rest of you. Can let him know what you learned about Aloysia and the consortium, and we can discuss what their plans were. And I know if you want to help us do anything about it, we would certainly welcome it. I'm sure.
An audience would be a good start.
Excellent. Let's see. Okay. Prolix leads you across the campus that you are on towards one of the administrative buildings. It leads you to a structure about the size of a small house. The bottom half is the same brick that makes up many of the older buildings in the neighborhood. But halfway up the outside, the walls turn to delicate stonework, as if somebody had built a new floor on top of an old foundation. Glittering spires of iron and crystal adorn its sloping roof, and crystal lettering across the door reads Headmaster Alacritos, which I will also spell.
Thank you.
That did not copy for some reason. There we go. I was about to post the same name twice. Yeah. Okay. But yes, Headmaster Alacritos is sitting inside this building a short ways behind his desk. You see behind this desk, you see a. I should have a picture of him, actually. Yeah. One second. There's a picture of him with somebody else, so I will do a very, very quick cropping.
We don't get to know that other NPC yet.
That's higher level stuff.
Yep.
So this place is in the middle of a freaking desert?
It's heat.
It is indeed. Also, anybody who wishes, we may have done this already, like a month ago in real time. Anybody who wishes is welcome to make a history check to see if they know anything about Ank'Harel in particular.
Kind of failed the one that I did earlier, but
well, that was specifically Cobalt Soul related stuff.
15.
Mod 20.
Nice.
Oh, poor Thorn.
Well, this one's much better. 18.
He is much shorter than I anticipated.
Oh, please do not tell that to him to his face, okay?
Also, he's described as being like actually pretty jovial, so I'm not sure why they drew him with like a scowl. Maybe it's because of who he's in the picture with. I don't know.
Wow. I'll remember that for later.
Putting on his huffy pants.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay. So, yes, Prolix. Glad to see you return safely. I wasn't sure whether to expect you yet. And who is this you have brought with you today?
Hi.
It's like,
I'm sorry.
Hi.
Oh, I thought he was talking to Prolix. I didn't realize he was addressing
we all
us.
did.
It
My
was
bad.
addressed to the room, so either
okay.
you or Prolix.
Oh. Ix would just wave.
So, yeah, if nobody else speaks up before him, then Prolix will explain to the headmaster. These fine folks I met in Bazozan, they helped me thwart the consortium, whatever their plans were. They did quite remarkably, I must say. Reminds me, I did promise them some money. I don't want to forget about that. I haven't forgotten about that. But yes, I thought they might be able to share with us what they learned of her, and we might see if they would want to offer their services in our endeavors. Like, yes, perfect. Would anybody like some tea? It is tea time. I have tea ready.
Yes. I'd like some. Do you have honey?
There are a lot of you. I do have honey, yes. He gets up from his desk, pours some tea for anybody who wants it, and he does have some honey for Ix.
I don't have some tea.
She
Why
puts an ungodly amount of honey in that tea. Like, there's no reason for how much honey she puts in that tea. Like, it's more honey at this point than tea almost. It's like, why?
You do have rather a sweet tooth, don't you? That's okay. Help yourself. Help yourself.
she did. It was like halfway to her mouth. She's like, "You offered." Like she was. But she's gonna be leaning on that desk, drinking that tea, having the greatest time, just in a very pleasant mood.
So he comes back around, sits behind his desk. It's like, so tell me, what were your interactions with the agent of the consortium?
She's a bitch.
Okay.
That does not surprise me.
She tried to kill us.
Okay.
That surprises me a little bit, but only a little.
She was trying to find a sacred site in the Betrayer's Rise, which we found. But honestly, I don't even know if she was quite happy with it. She was much more interested in us.
First things first. I apologize. We know your name. I am Ix. This is Thorn, Ben, Lucas, and Arno. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late, man. You had an opportunity. I'm sorry, go on.
Ao similarly introduces her group.
I love out of character that after all the fuss you said about Lucas not giving his name out,
yep,
you introduce him every time.
Every time you're like, oh, we're going to introduce everybody. I'm not going to introduce myself. I'm going to introduce every single person.
It's a character flaw, okay? It's a character flaw.
You might as well just add that to her list of flaws on your character.
No, you don't understand. I did it on purpose because I was like, I'm going to give him a chance to introduce himself. So when he sat down and Arno immediately went into it, I'm like, oh, fuck. Because I remembered that Ix has done that 3 other times. And I was like, fuck. And no one did it, so I was like,
I'm Ix. These are my friends.
You can talk to her about it later, man. It's done.
I mean, besides Lucas, do any of us really need fake names? I say as the person with a fake name I always use, but you know.
Anyway. So after the introductions are there and Arno is clearly seething and Ix is just oblivious, she'll then build off of what Arno said. That we went into the Rise for our own reasons. Aloysia had hired the other group to take her or escort her to that prayer site. We all met up at the prayer site. She very much wanted us to hand over an artifact that we have. We said no, and she paid for it. And then from there, Ix will then take out the tablets that were in her pack, or at least she'll ask Ben to take one of them out. Not to give to him, but just to have him look at.
And Ben will help you out with that.
You removed this from her person?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. May I take a look?
Of course.
Okay. Yeah, he gets a little closer. He adjusts his spectacles. Looks very similar to the ones we use, but obviously not to one of our circles, thank goodness. I would be a little worried if she had our sigil sequence here. Yes, I would presume this was to be her method of escape, but it seems you thwarted her, so you have my congratulations on that. That is wonderful.
Yeah, we left her in Bazazan for that transgression. She did mention that her order would likely kill her with any information that she would give. Now, from what we understand, she wasn't very high ranking, and she didn't give us any information apart from the fact that she wanted ruidium to help with her grand plans. What do you know of this substance?
He looks to Prolix briefly. Just says, "You trust these people?" "I suppose I do, yes." "Very well then."
Dude, that's a win. She straight up threatened him when she first met him, so let's be fair. That's pretty cool. Sorry, go
on. Let's see. What the
It's so funny that you're the one person and there are 9 other people to buffer Ix's impression.
Certainly that. Okay. Well, I cannot say much to no offense, somebody who is not among our ranks yet, but you already know about this substance, it sounds like. It was discovered some short time ago, not far from here, I will say. Oh man, I wish I could remember out of character some of the important details that would be nice for you guys to know. Let's see.
We got all the actual data once we become ranked.
Let's see.
Anyone else not like the way he said yet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, that's awfully presumptuous.
It was posed as a possibility by Prolix.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Oh, man.
Anyone else remember that, like, Alexian had mentioned that people were, like, digging at the red stuff above him, and he said that ruidium was found nearby.
Yeah.
What? Nope, I got
it. Somewhere in this book, it tells me who first discovered it. One of these two groups found it first, and I'm pretty sure it was the Allegiance. And somewhere it says how long ago that was. I will figure that out and add that into the notes sometime when you all aren't sitting here waiting on me to talk to you.
Make a comment. I'll edit it.
Okay. But yes, it was discovered by us not very long ago nearby, and the consortium found out about it and apparently became very intrigued. And they have been a pain in our butts ever since about it. We tried to keep it under wraps, but that did not last very long, unfortunately. And so far, we have been able to maintain control of the source of the ruidium, but through their various machinations, they still seem to get past us and find some nonetheless. Is very consternating. I navigated away from the page that I needed to be on. Good job, me. All right, no, there I am. Okay. Crisis averted somewhat.
Now, I'm a little curious. What do they want the rubidium for? Like, what is it used for, generally?
It is... It is a very magically potent substance. Can be used for any number of things, I imagine. We have witnessed it used in weaponry, among other things, and that is not a fan of that.
What does it do in weaponry?
That depends on what you apply it to, I suppose. But I myself am curious. You mentioned you have an artifact that seemed important to them. May I inquire? In turn. And I'm trying to remember, you guys told Prolix about it?
Yeah, Prolix knows about it.
Okay.
I don't think he knows about... Would we have told him about it changing?
No, I don't think we
you haven't told anybody about that.
Oh, okay.
But we did show it to him unawakened, so if Arno does pull it out now, it'll be obviously different.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
Rat everyone, just to make sure everyone's on the same page before he shows the artifact.
Lucas shrugs.
Ao looks curious to see what you're going to say about it.
Ix would nod in agreement. I mean, she did bring it up first.
Yeah. So Arno would probably pull it out of his shirt. I'm just going to be like, we found it in a grotto.
In a grotto, you say?
That was dedicated to the Moonweaver.
Interesting. With your permission, and he holds out a hand, hopefully.
Yeah, he would take it off and hand it to him.
Ix would keep a close eye on, I'm not going to lie, Erwin. To make sure he wouldn't try to, lunge for it. I don't think he would, but she still has suspicions about him.
Yeah, you're just going to be like, in our travels, we found that it is tied to the Apotheon and the Changebringer.
The Apotheon, really? He notices Ix gets tense, but mistakes where it's directed. He's like, don't worry, I'm not going to steal it. You said it was an artifact. I did not expect it to be divine in nature. That is quite a surprise. If I'm not mistaken, this is quite possibly a vestige of divergence.
Could you define that?
We've been told this before.
You've heard the term before. It's artifacts created by the gods from a time before.
You're right.
Before they separated themselves from the material world.
That's right.
Yeah, the other Injigao, I think, is the one who said it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So Arno would be like, we heard, yes. So we're told it's the Jewel of Three Prayers.
Interesting. I am unfamiliar with this particular one, but it is clearly of divine origin and not associated with one particular god. That is unusual. Most of them are created by one and it contains their power. But this is different. Intriguing.
Yeah,
I can't fathom why she would want to steal it from you, though. Other than, obviously an artifact of, great import, I'm sure, but I don't know what it has to do with their plans.
It allowed easy access to the rise.
Have this back, by the way. He hands it back to Arno. Access to the rise, the Betrayer's rise.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know why that would matter to them either.
According to Aloysia, Ruidium was or is somewhere in the rise. None that we found.
Odd. It should only have one source that I'm aware of. Perhaps there is some relation that we do not yet know. This is troubling. They seem to have some information that we have not yet uncovered. So I'll have to look into this. Well, that aside, you came with Prolix to our fine city and our fine campus. What are your aims here?
Well, we do have many avenues to search with this thread, as you can see. So use of any of your materials for research would be one of our top priorities.
Next to, of course, that you had a library.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the Chateau's library is only for students and Allegiance members, but we do have a rather sizable library on our other campus that is available. And if we were to form a more formal working relationship, we could probably give you access to our main library as well, if that seems like that would be of assistance to you. And it seems the consortium may be at odds with whatever your goals are. So who knows? Perhaps our goals might be in alignment with yours in some small degree anyway. So if you would wish to join the Allegiance, that can be discussed. Does not have to be now. You can consider if that is an option that is appealing to you.
I think it's definitely something we could consider.
See. As he's talking now, he's kind of taking in all 10 of you, just trying to get a general impression of the lot of you. His eyes settle on Ben. It's like, you, young man.
Hello.
Are you by chance affiliated with the Cobalt Soul?
Yeah.
From your garb.
He kind of like. Yeah, no, I'm with the Cobalt Soul. I studied under Master Ping.
Okay, I am unfamiliar with Master Ping, but the Allegiance of Allsight does have a very good relationship with the library of the Cobalt Soul here in the Amkarel.
Ben does then add in his real name, which is whatever Eldun Pingairos or whatever I named him. So, just to clarify. Okay, no, that's awesome. I'm hoping to spend some time there. Question our friend, she's going back there, and we're gonna hear from her later. So,
very good then. perhaps we can form more of a connection through that relationship. Get you what you need. Maybe you can help us with what we need. We'll see how that all works out. Have any of you ever been to Ankarel before? Or is this your first time?
It'd be my first.
First time.
Do you have any questions about the city while you are
What
here,
is the nicest inn?
Nicest inn.
Running water. Running hot water.
It's going to cost us 10 gold a day.
I want my own bathtub. You said fancy. You didn't put limits.
Running water is not a problem here. The city is built over a subterranean oasis, after all. Let's see. There is even a spa, if that sounds at all appealing to you.
Oh, no.
Where is that? Where is that? Can you tell me where that is immediately?
Well, that. Let me find where that is. Okay.
Do I need to zoom out? Watch it be halfway across this fucking city. It's on a whole nother continent.
Well, the Steam Gardens are located within the River District. That is actually not very far to the north of us here. He pulls out. He gives you all a map with the various districts labeled. Let's see. Let me check something here. Okay. Let me zoom out a little bit. And let's get some of these names onto a more helpful layer. Where is this one? Oh, that's part of the River District. That's bigger than I thought. Okay.
How big is Ankarel in relation to, like, I don't know, cities of the Empire?
Well, it has been some time since I have visited the Empire, but this section does have, like, demographic information. Last count, I believe there's just a little bit under 300,000 citizens here.
Oh. How many are
out of character? How does that relate to cities of the Empire?
It's almost as big as Wichita by population.
That's not helpful.
Y'all should come
you
to
expect me to know geography? My own country's geography? No. America, explain. Why is it Arkansas?
I can check relatively quickly what the population of, like, Rexentrum is.
Sure, that's a good example.
Let's see. Where are they? Changed the menu, and I don't like. Oh, they're Explorer's Guide to Wildmount.
Are we getting a book?
Zemni Fields.
This cat is in my dice tray.
It is a bigger city than Rexentrum by about half again as much.
Oh, Jesus.
Rexentrum has 205,000 citizens. Ankarel has 293,000. Let's see. And then back.
Jigao has 12.
Oh yeah, actually.
And we left, so now it's 0, so I can math.
Jigao has 13,000, so you were almost spot on.
Oh my God. In relation, pretty much.
Bazozan has 2,600.
Wow.
Oh.
More than I thought.
So this is more than 100 times the population of Bazzoxan.
100
Theo's
Bazzoxan.
group is gonna be overwhelmed.
So you've gone from barely a town to a big city.
Lots of places to get lost here.
I won't get
and
lost.
I was gonna check the Menagerie Coast and Nicodranus. How big is Nicodranus? Wow, almost 32,000.
Wow.
All right.
So
I thought Nicodranus was
is
like actually a little biggish.
oh, Arno's the closest, being from Rett syndrome.
Yeah.
So Arno isn't completely overwhelmed, but it is a lot warmer here than Rexentrum is.
Yeah. But still. He's back in the city. He's happy.
No joke.
It's like you grew up in like Scotland, this is Australia.
Mm-hmm.
It's even in approximately the right part of the world map.
Bazzoxan is Florida then. Fucking Florida man demons.
I feel like Florida's too warm.
Oh no, I was just talking in terms of monstrosities.
Oh, that's fair.
Weather-wise, how does Ank'Harel match up to Menagerie Coast for those of us used to that weather? Just out of curiosity.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. A little warmer, but a lot drier.
Makes sense.
It's a dry heat.
Oh my god, I wasn't gonna say it because I hear my mom say it all the fucking time. All the time. We get it. You love Arizona.
Somebody had to say it. I hate. It doesn't matter if it's wet or dry. I hate heat.
I don't
mean, wet
know
heat
how
is worse, but dry heat is not okay.
I don't know how Ben would be handling the temperature.
Oh. Well, you're dressed pretty lightly. Your clothes are pretty thin. Because they're supposed to be stretchy.
Well, now I have a fancy new cloak.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty heavy.
It's a magical cloak. It's probably got a fan underneath.
One of the Cobalt Soul folks from
that's how that
here
works.
had that cloak before you.
See? It's meant for this area.
Wait.
It is light and silky. It's not like a heavy cold weather cloak.
It's like a typical female RPG garb.
The fun fact that if we expand that picture of Ben,
in a way,
he actually has a cloak tied around his waist.
Does he really?
For that, yeah, I just put it in the Derp
Brilliant.
channel. So.
Wow.
It was meant to be.
There we go.
It really was, though. Dude! Anyway. That's so cool.
He never told us what inn we should go stay at, though, for the record.
Yes.
Well, it kind of cut him off when she wanted directions to the spot. So, the inn fucked that up.
I do have a list of lodging examples, actually. So, well, if you have money to burn, his voice keeps changing every time I get distracted. But if you have money to burn, there are resorts in the Sand Herald district surrounding the Cerulean Palace. I've heard good things about Lap of the Gods.
Got a good name.
I have not stayed at any of the establishments here, so I cannot speak from experience, but from reports from others.
Go broke just at the inns. All right.
Oh, it'll be fine.
Resorts are different than inns.
The book helpfully gives examples for all 6 levels of comfort.
Huh.
Or lifestyle.
We can always move. We can do a few nights at the nice place, properly recuperate.
Is a resort like a spa?
Let's see.
The resorts are on the way to the spa.
I would imagine they have smaller scale but similar amenities. Let's see. Oh, there's actually 7 levels of lifestyle, but aristocratic is not one of the options. Or like
they probably don't anticipate us having that much money to afford it. Fine.
Let's see. So yeah, a place like Lap of the Gods typically would run 4 gold per person per day.
We could afford one night there. I'm just saying.
4 gold.
Is that comfort level 6?
Yes,
can you put them on? Really? Just that's it.
Wealthy per person per day for who knows how long you're going to be here.
I'm just saying, one night in the lap of the gods. Just think of the bragging.
At least 3 nights. Give us 3 nights.
Oh, you know what? That does sound nice. 3 nights at the highest, not aristocratic, but whatever. I'm not rubbing elbows with politicians. So
it's only 12 gold.
I feel like we could make that work. Even just for those 3 days. Anyway, sorry, Stars, you were going.
No, by all means.
We've already made our decision. You don't have to go through them all. Just post them somewhere. We're going to the lap of the gods. Holy shit.
I mean, I ain't trying to stop you.
We're going to have to figure out when we're splitting up that money.
Later, not now. We're talking to this delightfully nice gentleman.
No, not now. This is Heather talking, not Ix. Ix is still drinking that honey. In fact, she's probably on her second one. Busy outing people and their identities.
I will give you, or he will give you some Cliff's Notes now that you have a map and can reference the names of the different districts. So at the north of the city is the Alluvium district. That is a mix. There are clay mines in the cliffs that border the city. There's also dense residential areas and spacious plazas used for performances and artisan markets. And there are also like very fancy gardens there, all that kind of good stuff. And let's see, this looks.
Are those public?
Yes, they are actually. Sometimes time is reserved for performances, but usually those are open for anybody to attend. It is up to the performers for certain venues if there is an entrance fee, but generally, yes, everything is open, except for the mines, obviously, that you have to work in the mines. Looks like the list that I have is alphabetical. In the center of the city is the Cerulean Palace. That's the big fancy one you see in that first picture I posted. The city is ruled by Jamansa Ord, which is that's definitely a name that I
know that name.
You know that name.
Lucas doesn't know that name. I know that name.
Jess knows that name.
I don't know what's going on.
That name also sure is spelled some kind of way. There is Jamansa Ord.
What the fuck?
You in a different part of the world now.
Damn it, Matt! I swear to God,
we have left behind the X's and come into the world of apostrophes.
Yep.
But yes, and the military here, which is also the policing force, is known as the Hands of Ord. Let's see. Where is... Oh, on the... This is so weird that they're alphabetical and not like any kind of sensible order. I'm not going to go alphabetical. Screw that.
Surrounding the Cerulean Palace is the Sand Herald District. Let me jump down to that. That is where most of the military and law enforcement buildings are located. There are also
no, that's the River District.
Also aristocratic housing. There is also some of you look like you might. He says in character, some of you look like you might enjoy the Bowl of Judgment if you are up for tournaments of strength and combat.
Oh, it's not about eating?
I'm sure there is food served if you are not in if you are in the stands. As also where the skyport for the airships is located in the Sand Herald District. He mentioned the River District a bit to the north. That is, let's see. Yes, that is where the waters of the oasis come up from underground. There's a building there where they kind of regulate how much water is coming into the city. Sometimes, they have to prevent. Sometimes a lot of water comes up. They don't want floods. Sometimes very little water comes up, so they have some from the potential floods that they've stopped stored up so that can be distributed. So keep an even flow of water through the city. That is also where the Steam Gardens is located. The Sigil District that you are in now, one of the smaller districts, but that is where the various centers of learning are located. The Crystal Chateau that you are in, and also the Terrace Schoolhouse is the other public campus that the Allegiance of Allsight runs. You mentioned wanting to see a library. There is also the Omnival Library, which I will spell. I don't know what that word even means. I don't know if it's a word or a name. It's probably a word, but the Guided District to the east. This is generally where you will find houses of worship. All of the prime deities are worshipped freely in Arnkarel. And obviously, worship of any of the betrayer gods is greatly discouraged. But I don't think that will be an issue. There are a few sites worth seeing there if you would ever get the chance. The Temple of the Mentor, he indicates to Ben, is also located there. Let's see. There's both the Cobalt Soul headquarters and also a temple to the goddess Ayun.
Ooh.
Which reminds me that you guys have an Ayun stone, and that hasn't come up since you acquired it, but that's okay, whatever.
Ix hasn't been using it on purpose. There is a reason she has not used it.
That's fair. On the southern edge of the city is the Circlet Walk. That's the primary residential district, which is also where you can find a lot of taverns, some places of commerce. See. It is a rather busy and crowded district, so it's not uncommon for people to skip the roads and go across rooftops while you're traversing there. To the west of us is the Suncut Bazaar. Very colorful place. As you can imagine, that's the primary center of commerce. There are some casinos there. If you're looking to buy just about anything, you can probably find it if you look hard enough. What is this place? That place has an interesting name. We'll see if that comes up at some point. And I believe the last district is the Ridge up in the northwest. And that is the primary industrial zone of the city.
I love it. I can't wait to explore all of it.
Is it safe to say that we totally went to the gods' lap? The lap of the gods?
Lap of the gods.
This is great. It's gonna be great.
I mean, are we going there first or the spa first? Come on.
We can get rooms first. Ix isn't completely selfish, but the second we check in, bitch is gone. Bitch is gonna find that masseuse so fast. 2 hours minimum.
So he does offer to let you stay on the campus your first night for free, but lap of the gods. So that's up to you guys.
We greatly appreciate the offer. But no.
Ao's group is not looking to burn that much money, so they do take him up on that offer. So just the first night, they'll stay on the Crystal Chateau campus. Ao does mention, as you guys are party, I assume you are going either to the Lap of the Gods or the Steam Garden.
Lap of the gods first.
Okay.
Yep.
Ao does mention, as you're departing, once we have a little more permanent residence figured out, we'll find a way to contact you and let you know where we're staying, just in case.
Sounds good.
Okay. And if we want to contact you, he points to the headmaster. Can we just say that we want to speak to you in case we want to go?
Yes, you are welcome to return to the campus. Most of the facilities will not be open to you, but you are welcome to seek me out or Prolix if I am not at hand. He can be our liaison if that is all right, Prolix. And Prolix is fine with that.
Ix would ask if they'd be interested in the tablets from Aloysia, for a monetary exchange.
I will discuss that with the others, but I think that is not off the table.
Okay. Well, we'll obviously be back.
All right. So to contextualize how you guys are doing right now, you just woke up a couple of hours ago and it's like 5:00.
Yeah.
PM.
Yep.
So with that in mind, so spa first or rooms first?
Rooms.
Well, we said go buy the room first, like have it settled, but we're not like going to sleep.
Oh yeah, no.
Go,
Yeah, we're going to the
Arrange the
room.
room,
We're gonna
drop your
check the
stuff off.
facilities. Yeah, we're gonna see what's up.
And I mean,
And
I'm not
then-
saying this to. I'm gonna bluntly say it. Lucas is looking left just for fun. We're gonna see what kind of other amenities might not have been mentioned out loud of the public gathering in private sorts.
Okay. So yeah, those are all in the Illusion district. So that's at the very north of the city.
Took Heather a minute. Took Heather a minute.
Are you?
Took me a minute too.
All right. I'm sorry. You were saying about the A district, the alluvium district.
I misunderstood because I was thinking about maps too much. So never mind me. So yes, so you all make your way. You get directions up to the Sand Herald district, and you locate the Lap of Luxury. It is a rather fantastic looking building. white stonework, but the sign over the door is the name is written in what looks to be gold. And then like the exterior of the building has like touches of like lapis lazuli here and there and other fancy stonework and such. But yeah, you head inside. I probably most of you maybe have not been inside of a place this fancy intending to be a customer.
Fair.
So a number of us are openly gawking as we walk in, probably.
Probably.
There's no hiding it.
This seems likely. Yeah. I don't know where in the district this is because, oh boy, there's a lot of stuff going on this map. I'm not going to remember what buildings I say are what.
Totally okay. We found it. That's what matters.
Like,
Yep.
I know what the Crystal Chateau looks like, and that's one of the few. I know where the Cerulean Palace is.
Yeah, I can find that.
But yes, you all check in easily enough once you show that you have the funds for it.
We looking raggedy, folks.
We're probably like being those really obvious people too, like, oh my god, they have a fountain inside. Like,
well, they would totally have a fountain inside the lobby of this place.
Did we leave without Perlix giving us our money again? I'm gonna be so mad, guys.
He does get you the money that he promised you before you leave. I want to say it was $250 in total.
Nice.
Our stay here is courtesy of Perlix.
Pretty much. I want to, it was either $200 or $250, but I'll err on the side of giving you a little extra.
Yay.
Oh, thanks.
It's because we did more than he expected.
so that's 50 per person.
He didn't expect you to get her arrested.
It's true. It's
She
true.
deserves it.
So we have
Bazzoxan.
for anyone that has not already done so, we have 150 gold each from Varen.
Okay.
And then an extra 50 gold per piece. So 200 gold a piece as of like today's overall acquirings.
Nice.
And another 40 a piece from the artist.
Yeah, for the 200 that Varen gave X.
No, I meant
no, that's
altogether.
including it.
Oh,
Yeah,
all together?
so-
Oh, perfect.
He gave us 110 each, and then we got another 40 each, so that was 150, and another 50 each makes
That's
200
right.
each.
That's right.
Okay.
Spot on.
Yep.
Math.
Thank you.
So
Math.
there we go. Money has been acquired.
This is turning into the Laura Bailey of this group.
Oh, not really. I just have it in my notes, and
Fair.
since we're going to be spending money, I wanted to know how much I, positive gain.
Entirely valid. Gains.
If I was truly being Laura Bailey, I would falter on whether to give you all evil shares.
No, if you were
If
truly
you were
Laura
truly being
Bailey,
Laura Bailey, then it would not be Arno being like, "Where's the money? Give me the money."
True.
No,
Lucas
you
is
were-
like, oh right, he asked us to pay. He said he'd pay us. Oh right.
I guess if you were Laura Bailey and this was that kind of group, you would have a party fund and then individual money. To use
I
for
want
whatever.
just because she's not here, I need everyone to know that if Kitty was here, we'd be talking about. We have a literal spreadsheet that Kitty keeps for us in my other campaign. Shout out to her. Shout out to you, Kitty, while you're listening to this podcast. But we have the party funds, and she has it broken down as to how much each of us get and where it came from and how much we've all taken out. It's like it's very legit.
She's got ledgers, guys. She's a
ledgers.
bookkeeper. I love
We
that.
have-
She's like,
we
I got receipts. She's like, you can't, you're not getting it this time because the last 3 times I could freaking see it.
Quite
You said it
literally.
before I did.
Yep. Anytime money comes out, she's like, "Where is this coming from? How much are you taking?"
Taking out from the funds, like she's very yes. It's great. It's delightful. I love you, Kitty. It's great.
Love it.
Sorry, going on.
Very good, very good. Okay, well, yeah, you all get into the lap of luxury. You get a lot of looks, but you have the money, so you are politely requested to freshen up during your stay.
They probably have they got bubbles. They probably got bubbles. Hey, did we get separate rooms or like a villa?
They both are available.
What would we get, guys?
Does X want a room by herself?
I mean, as long as she can change by herself, she at that point she doesn't care. She'll sleep. She'll sleep wherever. This place is clearly comfortable, even on couches. So I bet you the frickin' floor, even though it's made of stone, is probably plush.
I mean, you could get an arrangement that would suit all 5 of you, but it's not just a single room. Like you have the room you all sleep in.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably a room for sitting. You probably have your own like bathroom situation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Your room for everybody is actually like 3 rooms.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So, wait, we could get a villa where we have a sitting room and, like, individual bathrooms, potentially, and then, like, one room we all sleep in, or, like, multiple rooms that we all sleep in?
Not 5 bathrooms, but a bathroom that is just...
No, sorry, I worded that really weirdly. No, I get what you mean.
So, a sitting room, a bathroom, and
is fancy,
3...
but it's not that fancy.
It's late.
You said 3 bedrooms, though. So...
No, sitting room, bedroom, bathroom. Just for you guys.
So 3 rooms.
So still just 1 bedroom. I'm more in favor of individual bedrooms.
Or could be like 2 bedrooms. Like sitting room that goes to 2 bedrooms, and each bedroom has a bathroom. How about that?
I think Ben's gonna get his own room.
Yeah, I think you're good. Maybe think it, yeah.
Everybody just gets their own room. We're splurging in luxury. Nobody needs to ask any questions about who sleeps where. It's great.
So each of your rooms then, very fancy decorations. Naturally, very nice wall art, some potted plants, like small indoor like palm-looking plants. You each get a large 4-poster bed with a mosquito net around it, and each of you does have each of you has a small but not cramped bathroom for your own use.
Does it have a tub or is it a shower?
You would need a bathhouse.
Oh, okay.
But that is available. A real bathhouse, not a horse trough.
That'd be great.
Like up on like a couple of like stacked bricks and a little fire built underneath it to heat it.
Why am I still in this room right now? Why am I still in this room right now?
All right. So yes, you have your sleeping situation. Do you pay for 3 nights up front?
Yes.
Okay. They would probably ask how long you plan to stay and have you do that anyway. So
that's fair.
12 gold from each of you. And are you heading straight for the steam garden?
Well, after we explore the rooms, I'm not gonna lie, like I'd still get familiar. Yeah. But yeah, it would be the next step. At least
Are we taking our baths here and then going to the spa so we don't,
I mean, I feel like the spa probably has a very, very nice bathhouse.
All right, in that case. Sounds good.
If you were to inquire, the bathhouse here is part of the money that you spend to stay here. The steam gardens are paid by the hour.
I mean, there's a bathhouse right here.
But they have multiple things going on, so.
The steam gardens have masseuse.
All right, I'll go that then.
And that is what it wants.
I can offer you just a fine massage right here at house, but let's go to the spa.
Spa episode.
Oh,
That's what we're
missed
having
opportunity to say I could just lay on hands.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're not. Lucas is like, Ben. Yeah.
Ix is rolling her eyes so hard.
Arno casts Arcane Lock on his door, by the way.
Very good, very good.
Oh, alarm's probably smart, isn't it?
Yeah, if you can.
Yep.
All right. So you all have rooms situated. You have a goal ahead of you. I think that is a good place for us to break for the evening. And we will commence there after we've had some inevitable RP of getting settled in and heading for the spa.
Sweet.
So RP is taking place at the spa, or RP is taking place in
That's
our...
up to you guys.
At
Okay,
the
but that's
spa.
an option. All right.
You guys have acquired rooms, and that's where the session is ending.
That's gonna be a lot of fun role playing our spa day, to be honest.
Much needed.
I will try my best not to RP tonight. All right, I'll let somebody else post first. I won't push
You're
people.
welcome to post first. I'm just not posting tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to bed. So
No, that's fine.
You can do it.
That's fine. I have no ideas right now. So I have to think about
the order of spa operations.
I know.
Listen, it's very important. Like, she already took a bath, but like she'll take another bath.
A second, we will need full pricing of all the services available at the
100%. We need to know everything. He's just gonna look up some spa place near his house and just be like, "Here's the menu." Like, just convert it to gold. I love it.
Not gonna be the same though.
You guys want mud baths? That's a specialty here. You want like fancy exotic massages? They got 8 to choose from.
Oh my god!
I want tone massages. I want acupuncture. I want the communal baths that are like fantastic.
Like you want a sauna? That's an option.
Ooh. I want to get my nails did. Want to smell lavender. I want to be a walking garden by the time I'm done with this place, okay?
We really just like teleported into the exact opposite of Bazazan.
Yeah, we did. Oh my god, do they serve alcohol? Can I just drink a mimosa all day? Would that be
We
available?
can get drunk so easily now.
And
I love how today it was we're going to drink the day away, and now we've gone to Ank'Harel, and it's going to be we're going to drink the night away. For us, it's like noon, but for you guys, it's 5 p.m. So we're gonna be like up until dawn.
And Ix shouldn't even be drinking, dude. I mean, yeah, she's cured from hangover. Thank you again, Ben. But she's still sore, and her body's still recovering, and she's gonna make her liver go through that again. Yes, she will.
I'm getting
In a
off my
sauna.
computer now. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.